The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye.
It's the acoustics. It's all about diffusion. It keeps the sound waves from grouping. You see, when the sound waves, they propagate.
Okay, that's the Bully McGuire. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the men's room. I'm your host, the Appalachian American. This is the little Appalachian American. With me, as always, is my boy, John McGunn.
What's up? What's up? It is Friday. Hope everybody's having a good one. Hope everybody's ready for some eggnogs and gingerbread cookies.
He just went on and on and on. Now the Superfan Shawhan, I brought him up early because I was like, oh, Tommy's ending. Here comes Superfan. And,
he kept going, so I was like, I'll just wait. You know?
I was trying.
You were trying, man.
Next up, we've got the Superfan Shawhan.
Hello, everybody. Like the McRib bitches, I am still here and back, and it will give you the craps, but it's okay because little man's wearing a diaper.
Yeah, he's got enough for us. Last but not least, the homeless turd.
We're here, we're queer, and we're in your face.
Speak for yourself, because I am not.
Shorts, Imperial IPA, 17.1%.
Congratulations.
And I'm almost done with it.
I've got a monkey knocking on my door. Be right back.
So are we going to echo all night?
Not echoing.
We're a man.
That had
Who
to
was
be you
echoing?
because I was muted. Tommy was muted.
So was I.
What we might need to do is before the show
Labe,
starts,
you unmuted yourself. That was so weird.
Yeah, because you were talking shit. We could hear you.
Yeah, I know. And then all of a sudden I was in the back office.
Yeah, because
I was in the back room muted when it started echoing. That's funny. Yeah, I unmuted myself and started talking and was hoping it was getting through. That's the mood I'm in tonight.
Well, since it's the men's room, I figured the hell, use 2.5 Men. Got that from the CBS store way back in the day. So hey, cheers.
Yeah. So what y'all got planned for the holidays?
Nothing.
Not a fucking thing.
If I don't punch 2 midgets, it's a good holiday.
Don't punch 2 midgets and have a donkey, shoot a wad on you, and it's a good weekend, eh?
As long as I don't get busted. Yeah, I know I keep going off and on because my wireless strength is green, yellow, green, yellow.
Yeah, but it's not cutting out or not. We'll yell at you if it does.
I know. But
right now, man, I'm still fighting off being sick, so I don't give a shit about the holidays. I can't go anywhere. I can't see anybody. So
you sound like the bioweapon got you.
Well, if you pay attention, yeah, I was gone for 3.5 weeks.
That's what happens, man, when you're French kissing those dachshunds.
It's what happens when you have a wife that gets sick and then you go get the whooping cough, tetanus, and whatever the other bullshit is, and you have a very bad reaction to it. Yeah.
Oh, you got those shots?
Yeah, because of the grandbaby. Kroger's. So I had to go get my insulin and stuff, right? So we did the Friday show with about when Kyle won and all that shit, right? That Sunday, I went and got that shot so I could see the grandbaby, and I was already in because I was in New York prior to that, so I was already in lockdown anyway. Well, the wife got really sick. And I didn't think about it. So on Sunday, I went and got the shot while already fighting off a virus. Nothing massive. Well, that Tuesday, I was on a show and I had to leave early because all of a sudden, I just felt horrible. Started puking. And for 2 weeks solid, that's all I could just keep liquids down. I was living on those flavor ices.
Oh, wow.
Popsicles.
Yeah.
That, Gatorade.
Just staying hydrated, basically.
Water and barely eating like 1/4 cup of cornflakes and eating fruit and stuff, 7-Up. And yeah, it sucked. And then I've been back on food for about a week and a half. Everything was fine. Monday night I was on with ETEP, but I'd gotten a tooth ripped. So after all that shit, a tooth started hurting really bad. Like the filling fell out, but it didn't. I went in and, usually you go into the dentist, they look at it, they make an appointment for 6 weeks later. They end up taking the tooth out.
Oh, wow.
I might have overdone it on the pain pills, taking about every 3 hours because it hurt. And then it turned my stomach and I paused and puked. And I was laying here kind of like, if you watch Monday's show on the Place to Be reviews, like I'm sitting here and I'm awake, but I wasn't saying anything, but I'm just like, just finish him. Mortal Kombat style, baby.
Right.
Man, I had to mute and stuff for a while because then my stomach turned from the drainage from the tooth, and then the pain pills upset my stomach. So like I was sitting here drinking 7-Up, and I came back up. I was like, "Ooh, that's not good." But I finished up the show. I've been fine ever since. Yesterday, I got excited because I got to go and actually leaf blow finally, and get the driveways at least done. 1 tank of gas, and that kicked my butt. But yeah, there you go, Seth. From 2.5 Men. Cheers. But yeah, that's it. That I haven't done much anything today except for take a shower, get a haircut, shave. I feel better. I'm just still real fatigued. I still sound like shit, but I don't see that getting any better. But I'm drinking. I showed Tommy off air. So these I got from Kroger's. It's like the sweet peppermint. I just take a whole stick and I put it in the water and then ran the Keurig. And so I got hot peppermint water. So that seems to be doing good because I've been drinking a lot of tea, but then I can't sleep because I'm drinking a lot of tea. And I've been only getting about 4 hours of sleep, maybe 5. But yeah, it sucks. At the end of the day, man, the flu sucks. The flu's always sucked. You can bite my ass with the beer bug bullshit because I won't give them the power or take the stupid test because it's all horse shit. At the end of the day, it's still the flu.
You know what else really sucks is the fact that I can't figure out why we keep on with the bad audio.
Well, what if we do this? Is when we start the show, everybody be in the green room except for you.
All you gotta do is mute. Like I was muted.
I was muted. So
Yeah,
maybe my mic was off and I was muted.
I just don't understand what's the deal. Like we're all muted up. It's supposed to mute our mics anyway. I mean, StreamYard's, I guess, just crap in the bed.
It might be.
I mean, like, you know, when you muted yourself, when you went live, I was muted. I made sure that when Lape was running his mouth, which was kind of funny. You know, I'm not gonna lie, it was funny.
It was kind of aggravating, truth be told.
It was. But what's goofy is it used to work, right? Used to play that same intro. I don't understand why the music gets quieter or when that guy's banging on the TV, but
it's meant because it's like the TV's cutting off.
Okay, because you know we've used that intro for how long?
A little while. Just recent. The original opening myself.
Yeah, it's just I do miss the Ready Player One stuff. That's the Back to the Future car, but. I mean, it's not like it has always played echoey. That's been what? I know it's been a few months, but it's been a somewhat recent development.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe StreamYard is doing something weird. I don't know.
That or maybe last night I watched your video, and it was not doing that last night though.
That's because it wasn't live.
Oh.
I don't know. I think there's something up with it because, I'm on a Facebook group for StreamYard community, and for some reason, man, it is just everybody's having issues with echo.
Maybe they're working on an update and it's messing stuff up.
Maybe. It's just annoying.
Could be.
So anyways, how have you guys been this week other than late moving?
You know, late moving, you know, me back on the food, feeling better, but still tired. Like I said, I got excited to get rid of them leaves, man.
By any chance, were you able to watch the Spider-Man?
No, because so, you know, I got that backpack leaf blower like a Craftsman. You know, they're not too heavy, but I was only able to do 1 tank of gas and I got all the leaves and stuff. But dude, by the time I got done, between breathing in the cooler, fresh air and doing, I mean, I think I was only out there maybe an hour because, you know, the 2 driveways and whatnot. But I was done. Like my lungs hurt. I was coughing more so than normal. So I pretty much just came in here and went to bed. And then I was going to go today. But again, man, my sides were killing me from the coughing and everything. So I didn't really do a lot. I just got ready for the show. Plus, I'm broke. Between all the money I had to spend, I think I've got like $5 till I get paid again in January.
Christmas is cool, but like, man, it just drags you down trying to buy everybody Christmas presents.
Mine was just from being sick, man. I mean, you know, because I went and bought. I go out to eat and stuff on occasion. And like I spent like $50 at Culver's because when I first was getting better and wanted food, like I had the wife get me 2 triple cheeseburgers.
What's Culver's?
Ended up getting me like 2 meals, one with a milkshake, one with a root beer, and then her and her brother got
the burger place.
$50, you know,
never heard of it.
Yeah, they're known for their butter burgers.
Yep. Dude, okay, here's a story for you. Can you please explain to me how in the hell Now, I've not ate at McDonald's in over 2 years. I was like, hey, I'm going to go to McDonald's. I order like the McDouble or whatever that's on the $2 menu, a 20-piece chicken nugget and a milkshake. And then they're like, oh, we don't have chocolate. I'm like, you add syrup. What the fuck you mean? $20. Man, I went to Arby's. I was like, 4 roast beefs and a milkshake, $17.
It's called inflation. It's at about 15.5%. It's going to be 30% by January.
Oh, I just couldn't believe the McNuggets, dude, because you can get like 4 McNuggets for $1.50 or $1, what it used to be able to. And shit, a 20-piece nugget, you know, they've got like a 40-piece for less than $20, or they did, according to the website.
Yeah.
I mean, McDonald's is crap anyway, but I just wanted a milkshake and chicken nuggies, and I didn't end up getting them, so I went to Arby's.
Yeah, curly fries are better anyway.
I like the potato cakes.
Good, man.
Oh, the potato. Now, I like potato cakes. That's a few things I like the Arby's sauce on. I got to have the horsey sauce on the roast beef.
Mm-hmm. I do both. I do horsey and Arby's.
I can remember when Arby's entire menu was a roast beef sandwich, potato cake, a drink, you know, Coke or Sprite or whatever, and seasonally, hot apple cider.
I remember you could smoke in Arby's and they had the little tin ashtrays.
Yeah. That was their whole menu. Well, heck, I remember McDonald's was hamburger, cheeseburger, fries, a drink. I think quarter pounder was on that, and that was it. Yeah, you had several different size fries, you know, but
I did the order from the Burger King app thingy because I got like 2 Burger Kings real close. And that turned out pretty good, other than they messed up and then do the nuggets that I ordered for Nate. But we got everything else. Like they got the rodeo burgers, which were like the Western Whoppers, but it's just the cheeseburger style. So you got the barbecue sauce and onion ring.
Gotcha.
So that was tasty. That was before we got sick though. Yeah. I'm not a big Burger King person though. Like my fast food places are like Arby's is a big one, Subway's another one, but you know, Papa John's.
I can't tell you last time I was on a Subway. Papa John's I like once a month.
Subway.
I haven't eaten a Subway. I don't even know how long. Wendy's, I like the spicy chicken sandwich.
What's wrong with
Subway? Have a Caesar wrap at Wendy's that was the bomb.
I just can't do. I don't know what their lunch meat has too many nitrates in it, and Papa John's is more like natural meats. It's sliced. It's not really lunch meat style. Some of it is, but I mean, even Papa John's I can't do but once every couple of weeks. When we were doing all this moving crap, I mean, it's hard for me to fathom that a week ago we were loading the truck and we thought we were going to be done in one day. And then Saturday we started loading the truck and I'm like, I'm trying to get, especially my daughter was sort of helping, sort of not. It's like, come on, we got to get moving. By noon, I knew there was no way we're making it out of Cincinnati. You know, because even my wife was like, well, what if we just load the truck and wait? And we worked until like 8 o'clock. Okay. You know, I guess it wasn't quite 8 o'clock because my parents wanted to, no, Friday is when we went to my parents' house at like 6:30, 7 o'clock. And we had Chinese. My parents wanted to have us, you know, my brother was there. And I don't know if it was being around people who were vaccinated. I don't know if it was eating Chinese. I don't know. But I hardly could sleep Friday night, and neither could my son. And Saturday evening, it's like we knew we were not making out of Cincinnati on Saturday. Now, the truck wasn't due back until Tuesday. I don't know why. I said Sunday, but they said Tuesday. And we even got a free, here's the thing. I ordered a 15-foot truck, and I don't know, 2 weeks before we get ready to leave. A week before, U-Haul keeps calling me, so I finally listened to the voicemail. Hey, we're going to offer you a free 6x12 trailer. Now, this is the dual axle trailer enclosed. So I was like, fine. You know, we can put because that was like, what do I do with the lawnmower, crap like that? I really don't want it, the fumes and the smells and all that. So I didn't have a problem with that. So we pick up the truck Saturday and I asked the guy, can I come by and get the trailer, not Saturday, Friday. Friday afternoon, it closes at 6. Hey, 4 o'clock, come by, get the trailer. Well, by 4 o'clock, I know I ain't making it. So I'm like, can I come by the next day and get it? So we work at getting we didn't need the ramp anymore. So we had the truck and that's the thing too, is maybe 3 or 4 days before I was supposed to pick up the truck, U-Haul said, hey, they called me and said, hey, we don't have any 15 feet available. Can you take a 20? I'm like, sure.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah, right. At no additional cost, right? So I got a free trailer, which is like $700. And now they're upgrading me to, so it's, I mean, the whole thing's 800 and something total, but as far as rental,
Not bad.
but we put a lot of crap in the trailer and a lot more stuff than 15 feet. And I couldn't believe it. It's like, I can't believe I have all this crap. And even Saturday, we're like, we just have a handful of things left. We'll be out of here by like 9 o'clock. No, it took us over 2 hours Sunday morning to put the remainder of the crap on the truck. I'm like, why is this taking so long? So we didn't leave Cincinnati till 10:30 Sunday, and it was 10 hours to get to Mechanicsville. And let me tell you, I found out that so the first time we stopped for gas on the turnpike in West Virginia, this thing's telling me how many miles I've got. I'm like, I hope this thing's accurate. And it was 9 miles to gallon because it's a gasoline, because if they made it diesel, morons renting it would put gas in it and ruin it, right? I had 8 miles left when I got gas. And at $90, the pump just stopped. It said, yeah, you can't get more, which wasn't full. And so I had to get gas on 81, and then I had to fill it up it was. So Monday, the guy in Cincinnati said, here's what I suggest. Unload the trailer first, go to the place, drop it off, unload because you get it out of the way so we can have the ramp and all that other stuff. Because those trailers are freaking heavy. They are a pain to move.
Yeah.
So Sunday night, we take like the bed out, and that's pretty much it. Monday, we take everything out of the trailer. And of course, we're really tired by this point, and my son's still with us. And my daughter, she came with us. She didn't do a whole lot, but it was nice seeing her. She left Monday morning with a friend of hers that came with her car, because she had a bunch of stuff in her car too. So it's not like completely useless. And my son drove my wife's car with the dogs, and my wife drove my car, and I, of course, drove that truck, which was fun, let me say. And the last 3 hours were pretty brutal. But so we unload the trailer, right? Go over to where I'm supposed to drop it off. And I'm seeing U-Haul trucks. This is a small U-Haul place, right? I'm seeing U-Haul trucks all over the place, including across the street. I go in, the lady's like, well, I don't have any. She says, the trailer, here's the thing. She said, well, the trailer's not due back until Wednesday, and the truck's due Tuesday. And I stood and looked at her waiting for, here, let me turn my camera on so y'all can see my face. I was like, okay, let me say that again. The trailer's not due till Wednesday. The truck's due Tuesday. I waited for her to connect the dots that how
makes no sense.
How am I going to, it never happened. So I was like, well, is there somewhere I can deliver it now? And she found a place which was actually closer to where I am. And so they took the trailer and stuff. But yeah, it was, and I thought I was tired Sunday night. And then Monday, my son and I unloaded, and granted, we got these big boxes from Home Depot. Oh, by the way, Seth or anybody, if you ever move, don't buy the extra large boxes unless you're putting air in them, because they look small, but trust me, they're not. And my wife filled them up with spices. I mean, these things were, I don't know how much they weigh, but they're very, very difficult I can't pick them up by myself. They're just too big and too heavy. My son and I had to pick them up. By the time we got done Monday night, I was so tired I couldn't even hardly stand. And then my son's boss was supposed to come. He said, I'll pick you up Tuesday or Wednesday. Tuesday? I don't know, maybe Thursday. So yesterday, my son and wife drove back to Cincinnati so that I could drop him off so he could go back to work. And then she drove back today. Because he's hourly. If he doesn't work, he doesn't get paid. And he's like, this sucks. It's cost him over a week's pay. And he's making about $1,100-$1,200 a week So with what he's doing, but yeah, it was an adventure, man. I tell you, it's not the adventure I want. But I will say this: had we left Saturday morning, I don't know what you had, Adam, but we pretty much had rain from here to Richmond. So that's, I don't know if you guys got rain. Really, I mean, we had horrible rain in Cincinnati.
Yeah, we had storms. Yeah.
Charleston was bad. My mother-in-law called like at 6 o'clock on Saturday. She's like, "I'm glad you all aren't in this because it is storming here." Sunday was beautiful the whole way. It was cool, sunny. You know, it was like, I don't know, 45 degrees, but it was beautiful, except for the crosswinds in Cincinnati. Well, in Ohio, when we went up 71 and we got on 35 and we're kind of going in a southeasterly direction, I learned that the winds from the north suck. Because I'm like getting blown off, and then I'm it's all cornfields that have all been picked, so you don't see a tree moving. But there's some areas where you get, because of the road surface is up a little bit, you get areas where they've dug out ponds and crap. And I saw the water. It was sitting, and it's like you could surf on them. Maybe it was like these white caps. I'm like, oh yeah, it's windy. So it was fun, but yeah. So we signed some papers today. So hopefully by the 21st, the sale part, but the buying right now is just incredibly bad. But it has nothing to do with Spider-Man, which I know Seth wants to talk about.
He's the only one that saw it.
Well, did you like me? Yeah, I was trying to. I think I yanked his chain too hard. Sorry for yanking you there. I'll use more lotion next time.
Appreciate it.
I just don't really care about the MCU anymore. I really couldn't. And apparently, this is a pretty decent. It's got a lot of plot holes from what I understand.
It's Sony. I'm not listening to any fucking spoilers or anything because I had planned on going today.
Yeah, dude, it's a Sony movie, man. It's good.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Is it's better than the Amazing Spider-Man's. It may not be as good as the Raimi stuff. It has a lot of fan service, and but there's a lot of potential where they could go after the movie. That's what I
was trying to like put together a spoiler-free review last night, and it was so hard to do without spoilers.
Right. Well, like the guys from Echo Base Network had went and saw it, and they were doing a review with spoilers and then without as well. But again, I didn't watch it. I know ETEP is doing a show tonight, which I was going to be on as well. But again, I didn't make it. I really wanted to. I just, again, A, I don't have the money, and then two, I'm still not up to it.
Yeah,
especially with everything going on. So it's just like, all right.
Yeah, I wanted to. My buddy Wayne, he went to a showing last night, and the game plan was for us to get together and record like an actual spoiler-free, then spoiler, section. Well, it just didn't work out, and so like I'm sitting here trying to think like, how can I articulate some of this stuff to be spoiler-free? But dude, it's so good. Such a good movie.
Well, I thought you and Tommy went to see it together.
I wanted Tommy to go, but he wouldn't go.
Yeah.
So.
Damn it, Tommy. How the hell are you watching it?
I don't want to talk about it on air.
He's sailing the seas.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's he's watching it on his phone, which sucks.
Which I will say, I was actually watching it for the show because I thought everybody watched it and I thought we was going to talk about it. But I will buy it, which I rarely buy movies. I will buy this movie.
Yeah, dude, it's good.
I was so scared it was going to be like Homecoming or all that, like
right.
too Disney-fied.
If you could, without spoilers, tell me where you're at in the movie.
At the gravesite.
Oh, so it's the end.
Yeah, it's the end.
Okay, so you've seen it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Save it for next week because I know I'm going to go see it. I just couldn't do it.
I know. Yeah.
I mean, imagine if they did the Marvel Universe Spider-Man, but they literally took Disney out.
That'd be nice.
That's what you're getting here.
Well, heck, it'd be nice if they take Disney out of Iron Man.
Yeah.
That's part of why we got the married man. Now it made Endgame a little bit nicer, but
No, Endgame sucked.
it was post Disney that gave us the married Tony Stark instead of the womanizer we had at the beginning.
Iron Man 3 was Disney. From Iron Man 3 on, they took it away where he's no longer an alcoholic.
Well, they ruined. Thor could have been a lot better. And what they did to Hulk was an abomination. And it's like...
Wait a minute. Which Thor? Which Thor? Or you think Thor in general?
They made Thor soft.
Yeah.
They made the Hulk soft.
But Thor, much of what happens to him is what happened because in Thor Ragnarok is where he kind of gets his crap pushed in up to his neck.
He loses an eye.
Right. But he has his hammer gets destroyed. He thinks his father's dead. Well, I guess
his father does die.
Yeah. Father does die. He gets banished. You know, he learns that he's got a sister that's far more powerful than he is. And then in the very beginning of Infinity War, Loki gets killed.
Which was dumb, making Hela his sister.
Well, on top of all that, almost all the Asgardians died as well. That they just saved. So,
but I actually liked Ragnarok. What I liked about it, it was a jolting change of pace. I will agree. But in the MCU arc, that's what was needed at that point. I think Thor 2 was Thor 2 Disney or was it pre-Disney?
No, that's Disney.
That was horrible.
Yeah, Thor 2 was bad.
Iron Man had a slight darkness to it. I'm not talking like darkness. It had a real life feel to it. The first Iron Man.
Yeah.
Because it was the closest ever done from the comics. They just changed a few things.
I think the fact of the reason why Iron Man was such a real life event was because in 2008, that's where our country was.
Yeah, that's why they changed it.
Not only that, they didn't sugarcoat stuff. He was an alcoholic playboy.
Well, they didn't really say anything about him being an alcoholic. He just drank all the time.
Yeah.
But the whole being abducted by terror, TE words.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Middle Eastern.
Yeah. That was such a scary thought of 2008. It was a real thought.
Yeah.
I mean, our troops were overseas getting blown up by IEDs just left and right. You know, I mean that was a thing of the time. It was that you can honestly say that was a dated time period in the movie and it be accurate because that's what you were constantly hearing stuff about that in the news. I mean, that was just the time period. So
I'm wondering when the next one will come out and it'll be the virus that's,
probably.
Well, here's my thing though, is with Iron Man 3, the actors had personality. It was you actually
they had personality?
Personality.
Okay.
But they had personality. You actually got
my purse.
That's my purse. I don't know you.
You actually got to feel how Iron Man felt. He felt hopeless in the cave, and then he overcome it. And
Iron Man 1. I mean,
yeah.
I thought you said Iron Man 3.
He did.
No, Iron Man 3, no.
Iron Man 3 is having panic attacks after going up in space. But again, they kind of changed the character. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because the new Disney killed off all the males that were strong in the first place. Iron Man's gone. Cap's gone. Hulk's gone. Thor is Fat Thor now.
So why did they kill off Black Widow? I'm still curious why they killed her off.
Well, her contract ended.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's interesting. Could they have written something around the Soul Stone, almost as a loophole as to someone dying. But yeah, it is kind of ironic in many ways that Scarlett, who weaved her way through several of the MCU movies as a side character, kind of got the short end of the shaft. She was, I would argue, of the female characters, she's probably the most popular.
Well, she is, dude. She was with the Punisher. There's an animated movie that was kick-ass.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, the reason they did it, same reason they got rid of all the top paid cast. Now they don't got to pay them no more. And 2, she was super popular, but that's not the direction that Disney went. They went with this woke bullshit.
Yeah, because really, I think, if they would have stayed, if Marvel, even pre-Disney, would have stayed with the formula, we would have had an introduction. Was it Iron Man 2 we first see her, where she beats up Happy?
Yeah, Iron Man 2, and then Iron Man 2 happened. That's when we first see her, and then we get her in the Avengers. And after that point is when we should have got to stand alone. But then it was all about Wonder Woman, which was a shit-ass movie.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's DC, but I think after Iron Man 2, we should have had some sort of origin story type or a Black Widow focused movie. It doesn't necessarily have to be her origin story. Because part of the problem with doing an origin story after the fact is we know we've already seen her in the present, so that if you go back too far, the stakes are lower, right? We know there's nothing.
But we only know her from the side of
but a side of and in particular, let's say she's sort of there, but not fully, and so you have kind of an origin-ish, fleshing out, I guess you could say.
They could have had the Red Room stuff deal with that.
Right. Yeah, I agreed. And then that should have happened then, which we didn't get. We got Thor 2 and,
I don't think we really needed it, though, because when the Scarlet Witch and the bit that they did, that was enough. They could have just kind of done maybe some of her training and then her doing missions and then Clint coming in and saving her and shit. Would have been a great movie. This shit where we get what we got, like, okay, she's dead, and now we get this movie, which was still garbage. That whole movie sucked.
Yeah.
She would. They made a point that the movie Black Widow is not a super soldier. She would not have survived the first falling off the building as a regular human. When she plinkos off the side of the building, hitting the fire escapes and the air conditioner units, that would have killed her.
Yeah. Well, it was all about the comics, Black Widow. Super soldier. That's the only reason we got that movie.
In the comics, she is like 80-some years old. She's a super soldier.
Yeah.
That explains why she can do what she can do.
Yeah. Exactly. Hey, so according to Deadline, Paramount developed Iron Man 3 and the Avengers, but due to the sale, they allowed Disney to distribute it. So Avengers, Iron Man 3 was the last Paramount made movie, but it was one of the first Disney distributed.
Yeah, Disney had a hand in it.
Yeah, I would imagine Disney was,
because they had bought it by then, and that's when they'd taken over.
They didn't have a hand in the making of it. They just had their name on it and put it out there.
I don't believe that, dude, because I remember it was even, I think, in the credits with Disney.
Yeah, as distributing.
Yeah, but I still think they would have an influence on what kind of movie.
Look at how much the character changed.
But if it was already done, like, what are you going to do? Go back and film everything else?
Well,
I guess Disney. Why wouldn't you?
I guess the question is
the pattern that was winning.
What was it? Was it completely done, or was it still in production?
If you think about it too, though, like, why would flying up in space just for a split second in his armor in Avengers cause PTSD when he flew up in the upper atmosphere in Iron Man 1 just testing his armor out, and he was just kidnapped by T-words?
Well, I think it was the fact that, like,
if you don't get PTSD, Iron Man 1 would give you PTSD.
The whole thing, though, was the suit. The suit was, like, disconnected, and he couldn't access anything. He couldn't move.
Couldn't
so, like,
breathe.
he just shut down and was there. Thankfully, the nuclear blast pushed him back through the hole just as it closed, or he would have died.
Well, his suit shut down too in Iron Man 1. We went up, atmosphere went froze up.
Yeah, but he was way out of satellite reach.
Well, think about it. He went up and it froze up, but he didn't. He still was able to breathe. He never got to that point where there was no air.
Right.
And in the Avengers, he's up there and you see him, and in his eyes closed as that's it. He's done. He's got no air. He's got no power. He's got no nothing. And the fact of when you think about it, after Scarlet Witch messes with him, then you end up getting, because that's the second Avengers. Then we end up getting to, with the third Iron Man movie, he's having panic attacks because they came in that. And then again, it was a cheap way out for the movie.
I don't understand why does people hate on Iron Man 3 though?
Because it's a shit movie.
Why? What makes it that?
It's
what do you think makes it a good movie?
I don't feel like I remember it, but that's why I'm asking. I remember bits and pieces of it. I thought there were some cool parts, but like I would like to know why it's not a good movie.
Because it didn't live up to Iron Man's legacy.
What did it live up to 1 or 2?
The plot of the storyline was very lacking too. It's like it was badly written to drive the story.
And the guy that they made the Mandarin
ability to control all his armors at one time. When the Mandarin forces, in quotes, were attacking his house, why not activate your armors then?
Well,
why not activate house party right
now?
Do what?
Didn't he get knocked out?
No, he was conscious the entire time. Until the very end. He had enough time.
Armor.
The prototype armor is the only thing he was using. He could activate a house party at any time.
Gotcha.
But not only that, this is a man that has all knowledge with technology. Don't you think he would have stuff to counteract already?
In his house?
Yeah.
All right, we can't talk over each other. So, like, if somebody's talking.
Oh, my bad.
Well, no, I mean, you were talking about something. What did you say?
I said he was. You see Tony Stark, you think he's all into technology. So he's got his lair. You would say there would be security to shoot missiles out of the air and stuff like that. And he didn't have it.
He should have had all kinds of security because one of the biggest things in Iron Man 2, he wanted to keep his technology out of the hands of the government.
Yeah.
Right.
They were the bigger threat than anything to him at the time. So he would set up protocols to like protect his tech in his house. Like what Tommy was saying.
Not to mention, why would you use prototype armor when you've got a billion suits?
Exactly.
That's the other. I mean, like I said,
and the suits were
script. Are there good parts in the movie? Yes, that there are. But overall, watch 1, watch 2, and then you watch 3, and it's just like, this is shit.
Yeah.
Plus, the suits were too fragile in Iron Man 3. They were just getting destroyed left and right with very little effort.
Yeah.
And they messed up the Mandarin, which is like, go back and watch the cartoon on Disney. Go back and watch the 90s cartoon. That's awesome. If they would have done that, hell yeah.
What cartoon?
Iron
Man.
There's an Iron Man cartoon from the 90s?
From the 90s on Disney Plus.
All right, I'll look that up.
Yeah.
Did you see? That's what I wanted Endgame to be, is the 90s when Thanos came with the stones. He faced off against the Avengers in the 90s cartoon. And that was an amazing story.
Yeah, well, I mean, the problem was, and I have to agree with Collector because he brought this up because we've talked about this shit so much. Once they went that route with the Stones, they put themselves in a corner. And really, you can there's only so much you can do because of the comics, cartoons, and then you're just boxed in. I was really surprised at the way it ended. It's cool. Captain America goes off and actually lives a life. Okay, fine. We lose Tony.
Who didn't see that coming the entire time with Cap too? Yeah, he's going back in time. They got the time stone. They're doing time travel. He's going to spend his time with Peggy.
Yeah. And I get that. It just sucks that we lost Captain America.
Well, if they go by the comic books, that does happen to Captain. He does get old. But something happens to him, and the chemical in him reactivates, and he becomes back young.
Yeah, but which run of comics, Tommy?
Well, it was also in the cartoon.
I don't remember that in a cartoon. I remember one episode where they all turned into kids, but that's about it.
No, there's one. It was called Old Cap or something like that. I'll have to look it up.
I don't know, dude. I mean, here's the problem: when you bring up comics, look at how many decades of comics of Captain America and different writers and different stories. So I don't agree with that. Like the MCU needed to be the MCU. Yeah, there's bits. The best one was Iron Man 1. They updated it. It was dead on. Following, like, I love Deadpool. That was another one that was really good. But I don't know. It's just when we got Iron Man 3, it's like, Ultron, same thing. Like there's good parts in it, but it's It just and like you've said, Tommy, time and time again. Then it was you got to wait for the credits to see what was coming on, then go to the next movie. We got more and more and more of that, and then it was everybody with the laughs constantly in every single movie and the lame.
Yeah, dude, I hate the jokes. I'm so over it. I miss the good old days like Captain America: Winter Soldier.
That was a good movie.
God, I love that movie.
That's Iron Man 1, Cap 1 were probably the top two they did.
I never really cared for Captain America 1.
You're younger, though, that's why. But, I mean, that's still... Okay, look at it this way. For a origin story that is true to Cap, it's a good movie. But because it's World War II, you're bored.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I usually like, war movies like World War II era.
I just wish they would have gave Winter Soldier an actual solo movie.
Why?
What do you mean?
I liked Winter Soldier.
Well, he should have been Cap. Well,
yeah, he should be the new Captain America.
He should have been Cap, but I feel like they should have done like a Winter Soldier movie, and then he got the shield. Like just him, none of the Avengers, just a solo movie of him.
Well, see, the problem with these movies is it's getting harder for them to do solo movies now because of the fact they're so entangled up as a team.
Yeah, like you got a big work. You can't do world events and make sense when you have a team of superpowered people.
Yeah.
Well, even on your comment though, Tommy, if you go through all the movies and what he's in, you get an origin movie.
He really, I mean, his origin was right there in Civil War and Winter Soldier. So I mean,
Winter Soldier was basically his.
I was wanting a solo. I guess it's me because I wanted more of the character, and instead I got that series that was bullshit.
Well, I never watched. But your time that's after the movies, after we already knew everything about it.
Well, I'm saying I was wanting more of Winter Soldier, like to see more of him, and then that came out.
Right, so but here's the problem, right? Why. Okay, let's say that after we get to Civil War, right? That would okay. Then they're going to do a solo movie. The fuck are they going to do with him?
Before Disney bought Marvel, when Captain America was killed off in the comics, Bucky took up the mantle of Captain America.
As he should.
And that's the most logical step. It wasn't until Disney when they decided to screw everything. Well, they fired all the good writers, and because they want too much money, for one. Plus, two, they can't push their agenda stuff with the good writers.
Right.
And two, they got rid of a good chunk of the good artists are gone too, because they actually like to get paid.
Yeah.
But I will say with this new Spider-Man movie, somebody stepped up their game. Because it made me feel like I was watching Iron Man 1. The way you feel, you're excited.
This is the best Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Well, we heard that, though. I mean, they were saying he's going to be more grown up, less kid-like, which everybody has said from day one, we don't want, Spider-Boy. And I mean, I think his best role was in Civil War.
And proving J. Jonah right, he was beating up a disabled veteran.
You know, he told me go for your legs. Like versus the Spider-Man movies, I liked him more in those little roles, you know. And then from what, you know, we had what was it? Venom 1 I liked. Venom 2 there are some problems, but more you know, I'm for the most part I enjoyed that movie as well. Now I'm hearing that this one's good. So, you know, and as I said on here before, my main thought was, all right, and I don't know because I've not seen anything, not listened to anything, and don't want to. But my original thing was, hey, what if when he does this thing with Peter Parker now, all the villains, he's got to fight them because he is now the only Spider-Man. No Spider-Verse, none of this other garbage, you know, and it looked like kind of a Sinister Six movie. Again, I don't know anything because I've not watched anything because I want to wait and be able to watch the movie without knowing anything to be able to make a good judgment and everything.
Yeah.
So it was pretty awesome when Optimus Prime showed up.
I really am sorry that I wasn't able to do it because I really wanted to. Because that Spider-Man stream that we did pre, you know, in talking, I still think that's one of our best streams.
Okay, just make sure you watch it soon if you don't want no spoilers.
Tommy, I don't watch anything on YouTube to be spoiled with.
Okay. The only reason I'm saying that is because I feel like this movie is going to be talked about for a little bit.
He feels that because Tommy's going to spoil it for you if we keep on going.
Well, I'm doing good.
One day, so I mean, yeah,
I'm doing good. I haven't spoiled anything.
That's why you're.
Yeah, I haven't been on YouTube. I mean, I was on Monday night on ETEP's channel, Wednesday with Place to Be reviews, and then in the chat, and then I was on Wednesday. I mean, with Digital Pollution. Other than that, I'm not on YouTube, man. I haven't been on all week. And then, you know, I've been trying to save my voice and everything as much as I can, especially for tonight.
Yeah. But I will say I agree to an extent that Civil War was Spider-Man's best until this.
Yeah, and I mean, look, you're super excited. I don't look, Seth, and even Tommy, and same with Collector and Late. You know, you guys, we've talked movies, we've talked Marvel, we've done all this shit. So we all know how each other feels. So when you're excited about it and you're texting me and telling me, man, go see it, yeah, man. I mean, you're why, you know, I if you were to say go see it and then I watch it and it suck, I would do the 10-hour drive to come kick you in the nuts. I know you're not going to, you know, do that. You know, I mean, so just the fact of how excited you are, and I'm looking at you, and I appreciate you not really saying a lot because I really want to go see it. And I might be able to do it maybe tomorrow or Sunday. It just is going to depend on how everything is, you know, because I'm still recovering. Unfortunately, I'm about 80% right now, which is good because I'm moving in the right direction. But I also got to be careful because I don't need to catch any colds or anything else.
When you see how excited we are,
well, I don't know about Tom. He's got that same dumb look he had on his face last week.
What is like? I mean, is there anything that you're going to go into this movie looking forward to?
Me?
Yeah, not knowing anything, but what are you looking for something out of this movie?
Well, like I said from the original statement on here was I want to see what, you know, when the whole bit with Doctor Strange happens, and then because I've seen the trailer, you know, and see if there's like the Sinister Sevens in it or Sinister Six, you know, and just to see a good movie, to see another good Spider-Man. Oh,
has anybody seen the trailer for Doctor Strange yet?
That's at the tail end. There's two post-credit scenes. There's one midway and one at the end. The one at the end is just the trailer for. It's like an extended trailer for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, which looks actually really good.
Except for the inclusion of the stupidest character ever created for Marvel.
Who?
America Chavez.
Was she in it?
Yeah.
I didn't see her in the thing.
The girl in the jacket, you see the star shine on the back of her jacket.
I didn't see that.
They've already revealed her figure too. Like the wave for the figures actually went up this week.
Huh.
Yeah, I think Strange dies in that movie too. That's the rumor.
Oh, don't tell me
I
that.
don't listen to rumors. I hate that shit. I wish people would fuck off with their rumors and their shut the fuck up. Wait till the movie comes out so we can go watch it. Trailer's fine. Watch it, sit there, talk about the trailer. We got excited about this trailer. That's the other thing, man. When we did our Spider-Man show, we watched the trailer, we talked about it and everything. And, it was an excitement because it looked like a good movie. Now, again, I'm sticking with my original. I don't want Maguire in it. I don't want Garfunkel in it. I don't want a Spider-Verse at all.
Well, since Tommy liked the What If series, he will like the one other thing about with the Doctor Strange.
Huh?
Yeah.
Since Tommy liked the What If series, he's going to like something about Doctor Strange.
I like the What If series. So what is it that we're going to like about Doctor Strange? I like the first Doctor Strange movie.
Dark Strange. The evil Strange.
Oh.
Yeah, the one from What If. What about him?
He's going to be in it.
Yeah.
He's in the trailer.
Well, that'd be kind of cool.
I mean, all it really is he's just like really dark.
It's his astral form.
Right.
Okay.
Since he's guarding
trapped in that universe.
And Killmonger.
Yeah. Ultron.
Hey, what's up, Buller Greg?
Hey, OG. But I mean, it's refreshing for you to be this excited. I'm having a fucking Tommy moment. Excited about the movie, haven't seen it. That it's got my blood flowing, man. It's like, okay, now I want to see it. And I wanted to see it, but it wasn't one of those where I was going to rush out. Obviously. But after the text and stuff from you like that made my day. I was like, all right. Seth says it's good. When you're like, hey, make sure you rewatch the old ones. I'm like, oh, dude, I watch the old ones all the time. Well, not the Andrew Garfunkel because he was shit. I didn't like him. But
I would shoot.
I own them all.
I thought Garfield made a better Spider-Man than he did Parker. He was too cool as Parker.
Well,
he played Spider-Man really well.
I wasn't an amazing Spider-Man fan. I was more of a Tom McFarlane.
Yeah.
Which is who Toby kind of reminded me of.
Yeah. The first two Maguire movies, you can't beat them yet.
Make sure that you can identify. But make sure that when you see stuff, you're going to be able to be like, oh, that's from that, and that's from that, and that's from that. Because there's a lot of callbacks. There's some friggin' all right. From the trailers, pretty much who the villains are, right?
Yeah.
So by me saying a villain
at their moment of death, they end up popping in to this movie.
It's not gonna spoil anything if I talk about a villain.
No.
The Green Goblin.
Yeah.
There's a scene where I think I was the only person that laughed at this. There was a scene where the goblin turned, looked at the camera, and was like, I'm somewhat of a scientist myself.
Yep.
I freaking died laughing.
Oh, I did too.
There's some beautiful parts that we can't talk about right now because Adam, Collector, I think they haven't seen it, and I want to give them the time of day. Like, we got 6 people watching right now, and I just don't want nobody to come through on the comments and put something out there for them guys. I mean,
the only thing I can say is I don't want a second one. I want it to end right here. It's good. Leave it alone.
I feel you on that, but at the same time, I kind of want to know.
I don't want to touch it. I'm like, leave it alone.
I know. But
what if they make it as good as this one, Tommy? Because it's so.
I don't think it can. I like the way it ended.
I do. I wholeheartedly agree. But then there's like, when you're supposed to do the right thing, but your flesh is like, do the bad thing. Do the bad thing.
What a good little Christian boy like you. What are you talking about?
In my heart of hearts, I'm like, that is the perfect. I'm just with you, Tommy. That's a great way to end it. But then in my body, I'm just like, I want more.
But now, what if? instead of doing a Spider-Man movie, they bring him in the other ones, like the Morbius, maybe another Venom movie, like just as a side character, like Civil War, for example.
That's fine.
Okay.
But if I don't want to see another Spider-Man first day of college, I don't want to see none of that.
Right, I'm with you.
Maybe I'm just greedy, but
with all right, with every Spider-Man movie, with every Iron Man movie, you always end up getting a new suit at the end of the movie. No, that's no strange concept for anybody, right?
No.
Yeah.
Tommy, what did you think about the new suit at the end?
I liked it.
It was wonderful.
Yes.
Dude, I was just sitting there like, yes. Anyway, I don't want to give away too much.
But you get my point, though, right? Like, you get why I don't want another one.
Right.
I can even understand even though I haven't seen it, I can respect that, Tommy. I can. That's why I asked the question I asked, because, like, to me,
well, it's like the John Wick movies, the 2 and 3 kind of. I wish they would just stopped at 1.
Yeah, I got you.
I love John Wick.
Well, I like John Wick 2, but 2 and 3 suck compared to the first one, though.
What didn't you like about them?
Kind of felt like the same movie, just different writers.
It went almost cartoonish. With the 2 and 3, it went to, yes, it was unbelievable action on the first one. Then it went to almost cartoon level on the 2 and 3.
All right, since we're getting in that,
plus 2, you tell too much of an origin on certain characters, it ruins the character. Look at Wolverine. His origins, it was a mystery the longest time. His origins sucked when they actually finally told it. Logan's not even his name.
So, I want to know y'all's opinion on the new Matrix movie. Are y'all wanting to see it, or y'all kind of like
reboot?
Yeah, the reboot.
Yeah, I want to see it just because. Why not? Again, that's another one I want to see in theaters.
I'm skeptical.
It's a fucking reboot, so
yeah.
Like I said, we had the Animatrix, we had the 3 movies. The first Matrix movie was the shit when it came out, man. That was it was awesome. Second one, third one, and then we had the Animatrix, which was 4, and then we've got this shit, which to me is just a reboot. So we'll see. At the end of the day, if it's entertaining and it's good, then fine. It's kind of like how you're talking about how you feel about Spider-Man. Let's say it's actually good. I don't necessarily.
Let me tell you the scenario. So that new Men in Black movie they came out with. Oh,
you mean the one with Tessa and everything Thompson?
Yeah. Yeah. So I went and sat down and put it in, watched 10 minutes of it, and said nope, and I walked out the room. I was like, I can't do it. Nope.
Bro, I had it on. And I can't even tell you what happened because I just zoned out during that. I was on my phone and shit. I tried 3 times and couldn't get into it at all. Same thing with that new Hellboy. I couldn't do it, man. I tried 3 or 4 times to watch that movie, and it's that shit, Tommy, where you just can't get into it.
Well, I will say with Hellboy, for me, I couldn't watch it because it's not the Hellboy I watched before. It looked nothing like him.
I didn't like the actor, dude. I tried, Tommy. I tried. I like Ron Perlman as both of the Hellboy movies. I enjoyed them. And then I was watching this one, and that guy as Hellboy.
No,
I didn't feel it, bro.
No, the way they did his makeup and everything, he had an ass face. I'm sorry, he did. At least the original Hellboy, yeah, he had horns. He was red, but he still looked human. This thing didn't look human. They did too much.
I just
Ron
didn't like it.
Perlman, you don't have to do too much to make him look like a monster.
I couldn't even try to watch that Hellboy.
I tried, man, and I was just like, it was one of those, let's see, and it just was like, no, I could, because there's not a lot of times I can't get into a movie, right?
That's
like,
one of the ones somebody wanted to reboot. They wanted a third movie.
Well, I did watch Men in Black International. That was awful.
You did you watch all the way through?
I paid to go see that movie.
You're a bigger man than me.
Bro, I got all the way through it, but I can't tell you what happened in it because I was zoning out left and right.
My wife wanted to go see it.
Because of Thor? Because of Thor?
No, she's a huge Men in Black fan.
Okay. See, now I can respect that. At least it wasn't because, Thor was in it and Tessa and everything Thompson.
None of the sequels have been good for Men in Black.
Now,
I don't know about that, dude. Men in Black 3 was dope.
It was okay.
That's where we got the guy that looks like Tommy.
Yeah.
Look, I will take all three of the Men in Black movies. I enjoyed all three of them. Because they were just silly. It's like, good sci-fi. That's actually something that Will Smith, I felt, was really good in. Because that fucker can't act very well. But he was really good in those movies.
I would have liked to see them continue the story from the first movie and not just have them start booting every rookie, every partner, and zapping them.
Well, I did like Gemini.
That was good.
It was good.
Good.
Which one was that?
Gemini Man.
It's where they clone them,
make a younger version of him, a better, faster version.
I don't even think that they were they advancing?
Yeah, they took all the emotions out of some of them.
Ah, okay.
They increased their reflexes too on some of them too.
Yeah,
and their ability to feel pain on that last one.
The last one couldn't feel nothing, but he was just like basically a killing machine. Couldn't feel sadness or anything.
I haven't seen the one you're talking about. I saw him in, what was it? Wasn't he in Bright?
Yeah, that was a Netflix movie.
Show.
Yeah, that was okay. That was all right.
They kind of jumped into it too fast for me. They needed a little storytelling before they got to the good parts.
The big thing about Men in Black, it wasn't supposed to be a comedy. It's not a comedy comic book series.
Yeah.
I haven't read the comics.
I haven't read them, but what I know about them, it's a more serious science fiction like series.
But again, if you want the comics, to go read the fucking comics. Don't worry about the movie. Sorry.
Well, if you're making a property about certain things, it should resemble that thing.
So it was basically in the comic books is like the FBI. I mean, not FBI, X-Files kind of deal. More darker version.
I don't know. I never read them, and he said he hadn't either. But I mean, again, I liked them. So I'm with Seth and his wife. I liked all three of them. With the humor that was in them, because what else is he going to do? If you take all the humor out, Will Smith's not in these movies.
Two and three are okay, but it's still
not good. Three is by a long shot better than.
Oh yeah, two was awful.
No,
in comparison, but it brought Kay back. So the only thing that thing was for.
That's true. Yeah.
Then by the third one, Tommy Lee was too old to actually do anything, so they did a time travel one. And
I like their time travel.
That was hilarious. Time jump. Yeah.
But I mean, again, everybody has what they like, and that's fine too, man. I'm not trying to stomp on your dick or anything. It's just I really like the Men in Black.
I don't
Stomp on it.
You can like what you like, but it won't say nothing to anybody.
Exactly, brother. Exactly. But yeah, I'm passionate about those movies. Like again, the second one's not the greatest. No, I like the first one, and I love the third one. The first and the third.
I guess that's the only thing to really take out of number two is the fact that it was just to bring Kay back. I forgot about it. As I was thinking, like, couldn't you could just skip all that, but that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
No, because he flashed him at the end of the first one.
That's right.
I've been training
right.
my replacement. You know, yeah.
I think the second one should have just picked up with the girl partner and all that stuff. And
the same girl partner.
Yes.
The chick from the morgue.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the Mercedes and all that. Yep. No, actually, no, Mercedes was a part 2. Stick with the Ford LTD. Stay inconspicuous.
Had to go flashy with the Mercedes.
Yeah, the guy gets sponsors.
Yep.
Well, the funny thing with the third one, though, is you see that he flashed him as a little kid. And then, you know, like the first, how many times you flash that thing? You know, it's kind of like it brings like the first and the third. It just, and even the good parts in the second one, like it just, to me, by the time we get to the third one, it was all wrapped up. And then when we got the international, I was excited because it was going to be somebody else. So it's like a new storyline, right? But I just didn't like the storyline. I didn't get into it.
I knew I wouldn't like it when the trailers were saying the Men in Black, and they had my point. Well, I'm trying to work on that part because Men in Black is problematic.
Well, look at where we were with Hollywood.
The trailer is like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah. I mean, I did watch it. I don't really remember a lot about it. I just couldn't get into it, and I tried 2 or 3 times. Like I kept having to go back and kind of read, and I'm like I just don't feel like Tessa Thompson's character. What I can remember is she'd been like researching and figured out there was a Men in Black. You know, I'm like, all right. And then Thor was there and supposedly like the greatest whatever, but then he wasn't. That's about all I can really remember.
I've not liked too many roles that Tessa has played.
I liked her in the Creed.
In the what?
Creed.
I haven't seen Creed, so.
See, now I'm a Rocky fan, so like I like all the Rocky movies, even the crappy ones. And I felt the way they did the Creed movies were pretty good. The first one was really good. The second one, I wish Dolph would have had. And we just were talking about this on Digital Pollution. I wish Dolph would have had more to do in it, but overall, there's a lot of respect in those movies to Rocky, so I was okay with them.
They were supposed to have
I'm
a
not
fight.
a big Michael B. Jordan fan or a Tessa Thompson fan in the aspect of like, oh my God, they're the greatest ever. But I enjoyed them in these roles. I feel they did a really good job.
From what I heard, they were Rocky and Dolph Lundgren were Stallone. They were supposed to have a fight in that movie, but they cut it because they didn't want to take away from the Creed story.
I wouldn't believe that at all because Rocky retired because of Dolph.
Well, it's not a real fight. Is they were supposed to like get in a scuffle.
He had like cancer and shit in the movie. That I don't believe that at all. I think that's off because he's diagnosed with cancer, and it's about Dolph's son taking on Creed's son.
Right.
So I mean, that's what I mean. Like you still have Rocky there, which is great, and Dolph and Rocky coming together at Rocky's restaurant. Was, you know, there's a good scene there with them, which again pays homage and respect to the Rocky movies. It's to me like that's the thing about Rocky 4 is the Russians win, dude. He kills Apollo and he fucks Rocky up to the point he can't box no more. And then what happens? We get him boxing with Tommy Gunn, but not legally. And then it's not till we get the older movie with the restaurant and stuff where he goes in the ring and boxes again. And even though that was lame and, you know, about a video game and all that, it still was a decent enough movie that you could have fun with him, you know, going back and training with the original cast that were left and shit. So that's, I think, 5. But again, you know, Rocky, that's just that all good American movie, man, you know. But the fourth one, it still kills me because the Russian won, bro. I mean, he might have lost the match, but he fucking ended Rocky's career and killed Apollo.
Well, with Creed, though, I watched that scene in the restaurant. The Russian basically lost 2 because nobody would have anything to do with him after that fight.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, like I said, dude, I personally enjoyed him. You know, if you like Rocky movie, it just depends on your taste. I'm not saying that they're all great, but at the end of the day, I'll still watch any Rocky movie over the bullshit that we've dealt with for the last, damn near decade.
There's not much you can watch. It's decent anymore.
Mm-mm. I mean, when I was sick, like I said, I went back and watched all of Breaking Bad. I was watching.
Finding new stuff is hard. Apparently, Spider-Man is really good.
I like.
I definitely want to go see it.
I want to know if the Ghostbusters movie is going to be. Is it already out?
It's been out, Tommy.
It's been
Is it
out.
good?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
The reviews have been good for it, but non-pro reviews.
I mean, we
professional reviewers, they have not liked it because, oh my God, we should have got a sequel to 2016 instead of this.
Well, they got rid of the 2016 thing with a couple words, and that was great. And I like what's his name, Paul Rudd. So I was like, okay. And on Digital Pollution, we talked about it. It was like we all guessed. We're like, I bet we're gonna have like Ghost Egon and shit, Save the Day or some fucked up shit. I've not seen it. I've tried not to watch any reviews because it's the same thing. I still want to see it.
Well, the toy
company's
already spoiled a lot of the stuff.
Yeah, and toy companies always do that. Hey, Tommy.
Yeah.
If you're still looking for something for me for Christmas,
Hint, hint.
There we go.
He needs a frame.
I would like that, please.
Right. He needs a frame for the Power Ranger pictures because he's a lazy fuck that won't go get frames.
I haven't been anywhere to get them.
I know. I'm just messing with you. Where's my Christmas present, Seth?
I'm
just
here.
messing with you, bro. I'm just happy to be here. That's pretty tight, though.
It's from the movie.
Oh, it's actually from the movie?
Yeah. That's why it's $1,100.
I thought that was a cosplay.
Does it come with COA?
See, this is why we need a 3D printer. We can make a lot of that stuff.
Dude, you know what I would do with a Power Ranger suit from
Power Ranger forever.
Never
Halloween.
take it off.
Oh, I'd go to the grocery store wearing that thing.
Oh, here comes that stinky Power Ranger again. He never takes his suit off.
As long as you don't do what the Red Power Ranger did.
You mean the one from Wild Force?
No, the Comic-Con one. He got near the Pink Ranger, and his nipples got hard.
Oh, I remember. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, at least he didn't have a raging boner. Just saying. Would you rather your nipples get hard or have a hard on his tight skinny pants?
Sorry, Seth's mom.
Yeah, that's a cool head.
That's what she said. I'm working on a new Hulk figure, new custom figure. I'm about to finish this one up.
What all did you do to the head?
This is an enlarged casting that I got. It started out as one of these. No, that's not it. This one. This is an enlarged Toy Biz head that I redid. Resculpted, made the head, make the head bigger, resculpted the hair. Then I started making castings of my modified one. I got the enlarged one years ago from a website called Glassman Customs. His castings are hit and miss. You about got to get a bunch of them and hopefully get a good one. I was doing some.
The only thing I don't like is his hair. I like the face expression. I just don't like the hair.
It's the 90s style Hulk.
Yeah, it's just too calm.
Yeah, it's the Smart Hulk. It's the merged Hulk.
Oh, it's okay. That makes more sense then.
This is the Intelligent Hulk. I got the lower body done.
And what's your favorite Hulk?
Smart Hulk from the comics.
Mine's the they call him something. I can't think of it right now. But it's the one where he's got the big white beard and he's bald.
Maestro.
Maestro, yeah.
The Maestro is the future version of the Smart Hulk.
Oh.
I like Lou Ferrigno.
There's an alternate future where after like World War III is nuclear war, the Hulk basically is the reason why the Earth is habitable. He absorbs all the radiation. It makes him more powerful, and it also drives him mad.
Yeah, that actually, if you play the Avengers game on the Xbox, you get a similar story.
I like Old Man Logan with the Crazy Hulk.
What's up, man?
What's going on, fellas?
Hello.
How you doing on date night?
Hold on 1 second.
He's alive.
Sitting here waiting for food to feed the wrestlers.
You on date night, man? Shut up.
Oh no, we going date night. We dropping off the food and I'm running back to my hotel with my wife.
Yeah.
We even got a jacuzzi.
Change that thing to father of 10.
13. She's gonna have triplets.
Yeah.
His next one's a twofer.
Quadruple.
Buy one, get one free.
Yeah.
I wanted to come in and say hello, fellas.
Oh, I'm glad you stopped by.
I'm gonna.
Hopefully you'll be able to come up. Y'all both will be able to come up here tomorrow.
Oh, we're coming tomorrow. As soon as we get done here, we should be done about. Don't hold me to this, but about 5 wrestling should be done, and we're coming straight home, and we're going to go to the house, change clothes, and come to your place.
There's part of me that hopes that your kids get knocked out of the thing so you can get up here earlier.
Say what?
There's part of me that hopes the kids get knocked out of this thing sooner so you guys can come on back. But then there's part of me that's like, no.
Let them win. Let them win.
Yeah. Well, they probably going to have to wrestle each other tomorrow, my 2 sons. So I'm kind of worried about that.
Hey, bro, I've been watching you on Facebook.
What, Adam?
Yeah. Oh, I've been watching it. I've been watching his posts on Facebook, man. Kids are doing great.
Dude,
oh yeah, they're having a good season. They're both young, sophomores. And they're placing in tournaments. You can't beat that.
There's a viral video where 2 brothers had to wrestle each other. Yeah. And as soon as the ref said go, they just paper, rock, scissored.
Yeah, I've seen that before too. Mine ain't like that. Mine are gonna wrestle.
Oh hell no. We've seen them. What are you talking about? We've seen them live, bro. I mean, they're just running around the house being crazy and stuff.
Dude, I'll never forget being in 5th grade and they were talking about, we're gonna start doing wrestling for that my age group. And I was like, dude, I'm about it. And my mom was like, now Seth, this isn't WCW. This is a different type of wrestling.
All right, fellas, I got the food. I got to run. I might check in here a little bit.
All right, man.
All right, fellas.
Yo, in my mind, I can remember being like 10 years old and be like, bro, I'm about to come off a turnbuckle on this cat. And my mom was like, no.
Seth sit home for dropping a clothesline on somebody.
I was thinking like Ric Flair, finger the eye, low blow.
Yeah.
So when I did school wrestling, and I was doing good, I was winning all my matches. And so I thought I was like the shit. And I was in the heavyweight class. And everyone I faced was chunky like me. We had a little bit of a belly on us.
Right.
Well, then there's this one mutant that was cut and in the heavyweight. Didn't have no belly. I don't think he was all human. But he picked me up and slammed me to the mat. And I was like, oh, I'm in trouble. That was the only match.
What's this Tommy going to do now?
Like Hulk Hogan slamming Andre and shit.
He was a big boy. If that guy didn't get to college for school wrestling, he did something wrong.
Yeah. Tommy, you threw his back out. He can never compete again. This is so I was all right till I lifted that Tommy up and I ruined my career.
Tommy Gunn ruined my career. And he took my old lady and made a porno with her.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, look, I told you from the beginning, Seth, as soon as it said Tommy Gunn, I just thought of Rocky 5. And you're like, no, it was a porn star. I'm like, that's even funnier. I was like, okay. And Dingleberry didn't even know it, so that's what made it even more funny.
Man, I wish
literally, Tommy, I A, thought it was your last name, like I told you, and then B, I just figured from Rocky 5, bro. Like, I'm like, oh, okay. You know, I was like, okay. Yeah. I was like, okay, you're a Rocky fan, too. I mean, haven't met you. You don't look nothing like the motherfucker from the movie or anything, but
yeah.
But you're a big dude, so and you're not all fat, you big bitch.
That dude from the movie looked goofy as hell, and he tried to be a real boxer too, didn't he?
He was a real boxer. He ended up dying from AIDS. Yeah. Yeah, he had a real boxing career and everything.
So is Tom Holland and Zendaya a thing?
What's a Zendaya? Is that the one to be Mary Jane?
I knew that was coming.
I had to.
What's going on? Somebody fall asleep?
Yeah, hold on.
Damn, Chrislyn.
That girl got some solid logs. Tear that thing up.
Sawing some logs.
The other side of the room. I thought it was in the mic.
I thought it was late, but he's unmuted.
Yeah, that was funny as hell.
Yeah.
For good night. It was my cat. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Oh, your pussy was snoring. Okay, gotcha.
My cat is right beside me, though.
So last week, Collector, you said that you picked up the new Marvel Legends, but you didn't want to get the new suit.
The one with the gold spider. Yeah. I didn't get it because it's not part of the Build-A-Figure.
Gotcha. After watching the movie, I kind of like it.
Oh, it looks nice, but I got enough Spider-Man, Tom Holland Spider-Man figures.
Well, I
got the black and gold one from the wave because it's part of the figure.
I don't understand why in the world. I don't understand. I'm sorry, I was reading a private chat. I don't understand why in the world that Marvel Legends, the Lightning Collection for Power Rangers and stuff, when they do something gold, they paint it like a mustard yellow.
Really? Sometimes they get the gold right.
Because on some of the Lightning Collection figures from Hasbro, for instance, Tommy with the white and the gold shoulder pads and whatnot, it's like a goldish yellow or like a mustard yellow. It looks awful.
Now with the Legends though, if it's gold, they usually use gold paint.
Huh. Because I saw the Spider-Man on the box art because it was the Build-A-Figure. I didn't the figure they were sold out of, but I was looking at the box art and it didn't look very good. So I was like, that's gonna look stupid. But when I seen it on film, on the screen, I was like, hey, that's not bad.
Mm.
But while I'm thinking about Lightning Collections, do you still have the box for the King Sphinx?
Oh yeah, it's downstairs.
Can you bring that with you tomorrow?
If I have to.
I would appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, I do. After when you get a chance, message me your address again so I can get. It's been a while at your house.
Sure.
What time are we starting tomorrow?
So I'm going to the rehab nursing home tomorrow. Visit my cousin and take her some clean clothes and stuff. I did her laundry and stuff.
I don't know. I'm not planning on going live or anything.
No, I know. Well,
I told people 7:00.
Okay.
I'll have a laptop set up and we'll get you.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I mean, I didn't think you were going live, but I was just like, well, around what time? Okay. Sorry, Tommy. You can tell Kristen I'm just going to wear my Christmas hat like you got on and nothing else.
Tommy's still letting down the channel fans. He ain't done the cooking show video yet.
No, but I will say, with Seth's short videos, we've been getting some subscribers too.
Shorts do get some traffic. I put a short up.
Hey, you know what we ought to do? We ought to get some sushi tomorrow.
There you go.
Could do the sushi. We gotta have something outside.
No, you said sushi.
We could do sushi. But what if I can't finish it?
You'll be fine.
Rough.
I haven't thrown up since I was a child.
Do you like spicy foods?
Yes.
Okay. We'll mix you up some wasabi and soy sauce.
Slather some wasabi on it, and you'll never even taste the sushi.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Seth's not going to feed you nasty shit.
He ain't getting you truck stop sushi.
I don't know. I seen Seth eat, what was it, squid or something?
Vending machine sushi and shit.
You ain't seen me eat squid.
Calamari.
Was it calamari?
You ain't seen me eat that.
I swear it was something we went out to eat and you ate it and I couldn't do it.
I think I gave you like a hard time, but then I ended up not. Oh, we was at Mama Maria's. It was calamari, and like I took a bite of it, and it was just too chewy for me.
If it's overcooked, it's like chewing rubber.
Yeah.
No, sir, I didn't like it either. Tried it, but didn't care for it.
I remember that.
It was real rubbery.
That's what she said.
Absolutely not, Nana Reaper. We are not doing California roll. Tommy is going to eat some spicy tuna. If I'm out, I might go to Fresh Market and pick up some from there because Fresh Market's got some bomb seafood, sushi, good seafood too.
Yeah, like I said, I've gotten it from Kroger's and it was always pretty decent, you know.
Right.
When my wife was the manager of the store, she'd get it in when it came in fresh. That's what I ate it though. Like, but my son took it in his Japanese class. We got it donated and whatnot for his class, and they all enjoyed it. And then he tried octopus and a bunch of other stuff when he went to Japan, and he was like, "No, it was gross." But I was proud of him for trying. I actually saw my son. I went to Walmart because I like this seltzer, the bubbly water they got there at Walmart. They got peach and cherry and stuff. And because my son works for Pepsi and he was stocking the stuff. So I hadn't seen him in a while. He didn't know I was sick. But that was a good day. And then my daughter called and I got new pictures of the baby and stuff. So kind of cheered me up a bit. And then of course I got to talk with you guys as well. So that was last week. But yeah, just, you know, it's the little things. So Tommy eating sushi, I like that. I might even go, you know, I'm supposed to go to the store tomorrow. I will pick up some sushi tomorrow too. If you're definitely going to do it.
So what if we do this so Adam can be there? If do you got Skype on your computer, Adam?
No, we got to do it on here, StreamYard, which is old StreamYard.
We can use
this StreamYard. Or it's Seth, so we could do it. Me and him can hook up through Facebook.
I wonder if you could do full screen on Facebook Messenger.
I think so. We can test it out tomorrow if you want.
Well, see, the problem. See, I was thinking about
video call with a messenger. Yeah, you can do that. Full screen.
Well, see, we were talking. Me and Tommy was talking about it, and we were thinking about using the StreamYard. But like, if I was to bring you full screen, then you wouldn't be able to see what we're doing.
Well, it would just be you and me on here anyway.
Well, I know that, but I'm saying like for us on our end, we would want to have it. We would want to have it like that to see you. But
and then you can see us.
Well, yeah, but even when there's two people, like because I do full screen.
Well, what if I do this? What if I bring my computer? Is your Wi-Fi strong enough in the garage?
It's pretty strong.
Okay, my computer's got the webcam built into it and everything. if he still goes full, like if you just did 2 screens, like when we introduce him, we'll do his full screen. But when we're just sitting there talking, well, no, that won't work.
Yeah, we almost need to do like Google Hangouts.
Well, could you not just use the messenger? When you do full screen, it shows you like a thumbnail of what our camera is seeing.
So Adam had a point. So what if we use a new StreamYard just for record? Don't actually hit record though, and open up an old StreamYard and have it to where it's full screen of mine, and he would see from an old show, and we would see from the new.
Hold on, Seth. Do you have Discord on your computer?
Yes.
We'll just use Discord because it's half a screen when we do it on Discord. Because if I'm the only one that's going to be coming on through the computer, right? There you go. Problem solved.
Okay.
So I don't need to bring my computer?
No, it's fine. I mean, I've got 2 screens anyway, so I could just set it all up. You know.
Do you need any tables or chairs?
No, but I need you to get a second screen.
I know. Well, I can put on my helmet and not have 2 screens.
You need to put Discord on your computer, Tommy, so I can educate you how to use Discord.
I can put on the Oculus and have like 4 screens in front of me, computer screens.
Why aren't you just fancy?
I could do that, but
or you could just go get your monitor. They were on sale on Black Friday.
Yes, but I'm iffy about spending money on myself for one, and for 2, I don't want to get a cheap one that's gonna break.
Well, dude, everything's cheap's gonna break. I don't have monitors because I've got the iMac that I'm on.
Who cares, dude? If it breaks, just get another one. As cheap as they were, because like the ones that I saw down there were like $20 and $40.
Where?
At Tech Exchange.
Did you go down there?
Yeah, I went down there.
Did you get the?
No, I haven't been since. But I'm saying like my monitor was like $100.
Well, the only ones I saw down there then was one that was a Dell, but it was like bulky, and like I'm trying to make my setup look real nice.
Wait a minute, isn't Adele a singer?
Adele.
She's not bulky now anymore either, Tommy. That's offensive.
How dare you, Tommy?
And the liberals got mad because she lost weight.
Mm-hmm. Trying to fat shame. Damn you, Tommy.
I'm trying to see if my Discord will even come. Oh, Adam, I need a link for your Discord because I got it up on my computer and I'm under the men's room now. So send it. Just drop it in here on the private chat, please. He used to be bulky. Dude, this dog is driving me nuts, man.
Still?
Yeah, this dog is driving me bonkers.
What's he doing? I will say this last dog we've had really good luck. He behaves, he doesn't tear up anything. He doesn't really bark. He talks to you. Like if you say no, he goes roar 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 kind of deal. Like he back talks, kind of funny. Other than that, he's really good dog. Hasn't had an accident in the house at all.
Still making you get up late to go poop.
That's one downside, but he's not as bad now. It's just like 6 o'clock in the morning.
That's not bad.
No, I mean, usually the weekends I like to sleep in a little bit, but that if that's the only thing I got to complain about, there's really nothing to complain about.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, he's not biting the kids.
No, he's very protective over my daughter.
Well, that's good.
My middle son says the Veil's outside walking him, and Ryan says, "Is that safe? What if someone gets her?" And I go, "Nobody's gonna go near her with that dog right beside her. That's a big dog,
Right.
which I can see her out the window." So
My buddy's Discord, I'm on here, and he's got a meme. Madagascar, Gladagaskar, Sadagaskar, and Outagaskar. That's funny. I don't care who you are.
So, do you remember the meme that was going around of Bernie Sanders?
Yes.
So, if you go to 5 and Below, they got a giant poster of the meme for like $4. And it's funny. He's in outer space.
There you go, Seth.
TNA Jim.
Yep, that's one of them. Boom! There he is. Me was right. Cool.
All right, cool.
You want me to hook you up with digital pollution too?
Sure.
That's the guys
So what
from Wednesday
is
from
Discord?
the UK. That's where OG come from.
Discord is kind of like its own like chat server.
So it was made originally for gaming.
Yeah. People can get together and you can discuss stuff and talk, and it's not stupid like dumb people.
Yeah. So you can stream, you can live stream like we do at Wednesdays with Discord using OBS. When I talk to the guys from the UK or Paul, Mr. Peabody from Australia, that's how we talk, because it's like the old Google Hangouts basically. And then like how we are here, you can have a whole bunch of people and you can talk. You have the camera on, you shut the camera off. That's how I watch a lot of stuff from the UK. Jez will play movies and stuff. We'll watch TV shows like last Thursday when I was first getting better. We watched Taxi and a whole bunch of stuff on via the Discord. Just watching old TV shows and stuff, having fun. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's simple. I learned how to do it because of Odin. Mullen's movie.
Yeah, see, I'm gonna have to play around with it because I don't really know.
There's a function where you can just do a call. When you do that, that would just be you and me. And after the show, if you don't go to bed right away, I'll show you. It's real simple.
Oh God. Okay. I'm really hoping my buddy Wayne and Justin from the Podcasting Dead are supposed to go see it tonight. Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I was hoping we could get on here and talk about it after they got home, but
now are they coming to the Christmas party?
Wayne's going to. Justin lives too far away.
He was the bodybuilder, wasn't he?
Who?
Wayne.
No, Wayne's the one that worked for him or still works for him.
Okay.
Huh?
Ain't Wayne the one that used to work with you?
He still works with me, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You said that Black America works for Wayne.
Yeah. Oh.
I thought he was the fella that when we did the we were talking about working out and stuff.
Oh, no, not that one. That's a vegetarian weightlifter. Is what he's talking about, Seth. The one that used to work at Corned Beef as the bouncer.
Oh Oh, daggone it.
That dude used to be massive.
He still is massive.
I don't know. Maybe it was just when I saw him in person, he looked a lot bigger than seeing him on the camera. Because when I saw him, it was actually before. It's when me and Kristen went to corned beef one time, and we saw him there. So the Spider-Man memes are going to be like crazy now.
Dude, yeah.
I wish that the clip you played at the beginning, I'd have liked to have seen the Civil War version where he was taking on Cap and stuff. That'd be fun. Now that I've seen him take on Winter Soldier.
There's a... Oh, my God. Stupid dog. Hang on, I'll be back. I gotta get this dumb dog. I'm gonna do something, throw it out or something. I don't know. I'll be right back.
So, do y'all like Arnold from the Terminator movies?
Arnold Schwarzenegger? Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Hey Arnold.
I was like, which Arnold, man? Tom Arnold, you know.
Did y'all see the video where he's gotten really political and he said, "Screw y'all's freedom"?
Yeah, that's about like 2 or 3 months ago.
Yeah, well, there's been like a big uproar about it. Will y'all still watch his movies after a comment like that?
Yeah, because what are you, retarded? Who gives a fuck what? Look, these are actors. They themselves have their own personal views on shit. What difference does it fucking make if you're that big? If you're that big of a pussy that because somebody says something, now you're not going to watch their movies. You're what's wrong with the world.
I will watch his old movies. I care less about the movies he's in now.
Well,
what the fuck is he in now?
What, like the last Terminator movie?
Dark Fate from like 2 years ago?
That movie was awful to begin with.
That was awful. But his acting, I just felt like, I don't know. He doesn't seem like the Terminator anymore.
Well, look at how old he is, Tommy.
He's nearly 80 years old.
Yeah, this is one of those things I don't...
Well, I get that. I get he's old.
Not that you don't. I just mean, in general, though, like, I think it was Collector. I think we were talking about this last week. You know, Tom Selleck and from the Ranch. Jesus, now I'm having a Tommy moment.
Yeah.
You know,
what's his name? Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott. Yeah. I mean,
he's nearly 80 years old, and he's playing a cowboy. And
I mean, like I said, I still haven't. See, that's something I still haven't watched. I still haven't watched The Witcher again because I know there was a new one of those coming out.
Live that old back then.
And I've got Cobra Kai season 4 that's coming up, which I'm excited about. But I mean, just because somebody says an actress says something, A, they're an actor. 2, stay off fucking Twitter. And 3, I don't give a shit. I mean, Mark Hamill is one of the biggest fucking leftists that ever existed. And yet, does this mean you won't watch Star Wars? You know,
what I was just listening to the TikToks people were saying about it.
Well, that's half your problem. You're on fucking TikTok. Twatter, Twitter, all that shit. I mean, I get it. There are funny videos on there, Tommy.
Yeah.
I'm not going to knock you for doing it. But if you're getting your fucking information from a shit ass thing like that, that's what's wrong with the fucking world.
I was just getting a conversation piece going because it's a big thing on there now. I don't know if it's on YouTube right now.
I don't watch any of that shit because none of that shit matters to me. No. I don't give a fuck who you voted for. I don't give a fuck what religion you're in. I don't give a fuck. It's not going to change anything. You're an actor. Act.
Yeah.
If Arnold were to come back and do the last Conan movie because he's older that we should have gotten, yeah, I'd go see it. Terminator's done. We already knew it was going to be done anyway. Let's see what else is left for Arnold to do, though. Really, I mean,
I don't see there's any Terminator movies after 2.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
The series was decent.
The series started decent for me, and then it started dragging on, so I just stopped watching.
I never watched it.
It started really good, like it was getting really interesting, and then I don't know, I guess they were trying to drag on the season, and I just couldn't finish it.
Twins 2. Okay, I'll give you that one, Nano Reaper. Yes, I'd go see Twins 2. Danny DeVito and
I was just curious about y'all's opinion on it, though. Does what they say off camera determine if y'all would watch them on camera? That was the whole point. It wasn't just him, but that was the example. One of the examples they gave.
Right. Well, it's like I said, I gave you my answer.
Yeah.
You're a fucking fuckwit if that's what's going to make you not watch a movie. That's what's wrong with the world today. Oh, now you said this. Well, you know what?
My personal opinion, the only one, it's not even because of what he said. It's just I don't think he's a good actor. Is John Cena. I don't think he's a good actor. And I think if he was to be an actor in the 80s and actually had good roles to play, maybe be a good actor. But him coming out now, no. I think his movies are crap.
Well, Dave Bautista's another one. He can't act his way out of a paper bag.
I think they should have stayed with wrestling and leave it with that.
Well, how many concussions these fuckers have had too.
Yeah.
I mean, even The Rock. I'm not going to say that all The Rock's movies are great, but I love them in The Tooth Fairy. That shit was hilarious.
There's a new Netflix movie with The Rock in it, but I haven't seen it yet.
The Red something other Red Notice.
Yeah. I haven't seen it either. I still haven't seen the one that's on Disney, Tommy. The cruise one or whatever.
Jungle Cruise.
Thank you. Yes, I haven't even seen that one.
That one was good. That one I didn't have a problem with.
I mean, I was a fan of The Rock as a wrestler. I've liked some of his movies, But I mean, again, is it the actor's fault if it's the script, or is it the actor's fault because they just can't act? John Cena, he was okay in The Marine. I seen that movie. That one,
but that's the thing. In The Marine, he barely talked, and that was good for him. You think there's not much acting; it's just more of a body language in.
Yeah.
But when he opens his mouth, nah.
Now, looks wise, I always thought John Cena would have made a good John Walker before they did the TV series.
Yeah.
Because he looks like John Walker, U.S. agent from the comics.
Yeah. Well, it's I've always thought that Brock Lesnar would be a good Eddie Brock. Not that but because of his body style and because I love Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. And again, this is me comics and, after saying, blah, blah, blah. But, I always thought and then there's a lot of hate for wrestlers acting.
I don't have a problem with wrestlers acting if they can actually act.
I'm with you.
Piper was good, but he was kind of stigma as a wrestler. That's why he didn't go anywhere in Hollywood.
Well, that's like the movie The Wrestler. Yeah, that was a good movie. I enjoyed that movie.
We tore him up the other day.
But I feel like some wrestlers should just stay with wrestling.
Well, Jerry Lawler did a great job in the Andy Kaufman movie.
I think do you remember Sting? He would have been great in the movie The Crow.
Well, he started to look after The Crow, so
yeah. Well, I know that, but the way his body style was and his hair was
saying that though, maybe the reason he didn't do that is because he's not an actor; he's a wrestler.
That's true. Did he ever really talk in wrestling?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he did. But when he did the Crow gimmick, as you're saying, I do believe, if I'm right, he was going through a divorce at that time as well. Wrestling was changing at the time, and he went with it, and that's where he ended up with.
It fit him though. It did fit him.
Yeah, no, it did.
Before he was a very outlandish type of wrestler. He did like his face paint was very reminiscent to the Ultimate Warrior. He had
because him and the Ultimate Warrior knew each other. Him and Lex also had a gym together, and they both were fucking huge. More of the power building and stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's with today. I think the biggest issue is actors, because they're actors, also think you should listen to them politically. Same thing with this whole thing about whether or not to get the jab. Look, I personally don't want that. I'd rather catch the flu and naturally, get it and then be fine. I don't believe in it because that's what got me all messed up was a vaccine for not even that, But that's my opinion. But I'm not going to go on TV because I'm a movie star and go, you should and or should not. You're not. I don't want to hear that shit. If I want to see you in a movie, that's what I want to see you in. I don't want to hear your political views, your religion views, whether or not to eat eggs, peanut butter, and or drink chocolate milk.
I'll give you an example. I'll give you mine first. Which actor do you think was absolutely perfect for the role? And mine would be Hugh Jackman as the Wolverine. I think he was the absolute perfect. I got tongue-tied, sorry.
That's okay.
But
that's what she said.
I think he was perfect for the role.
Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man.
Okay. Yeah. All right, Collector.
Well, you mentioned it before. You couldn't think of anybody else to be Terminator.
I mean, I even enjoyed Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool.
Yes. All right, Seth. Perfect actor for the role.
Tommy from Power Rangers as a Power Ranger.
Oh, I mean, legit. That's like I could not see another White Ranger,
or green,
or black.
I haven't seen I've seen him when he was green, and then when he was white, and then I haven't seen past that.
I don't know if he played a Red Ranger or not.
2 of them.
Oh, did he?
He was Zeo.
Yeah.
Zeo and Turbo. He could be his own team.
He could. They should. Did they do that?
The Tommy team, man. Yeah, I like it. An alternate universe where there's Tommies and they're all different colored Rangers. And
he has this device. It's called a Master Morpher. It's a golden morpher, and all of his past Ranger powers are in coins. And what he'll do is when he wants to switch out a power, he pulls the coin out, switches the coin, and morphs.
Is that in the new series, or is it the comics, or?
There was a 25th anniversary episode, and he was all just about all of his powers.
Well, that's cool.
Each thing would let him do something different.
How about a thing where he has all of the coins, like the stones? So his one leg's yellow, one leg's green, one arm's red, one arm's black, chest is.
You know what, dude? That would be dope to have the Infinity War meme, and have him with all the different powers. He's got 6 different powers.
Oh yeah.
I was curious. If. Well, never mind.
But I mean,
I think I got an answer.
I think that Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker was great. Jack Nicholson as the Joker. Keaton as Batman. I even liked
Batman's kind of hard to do though, because we've had some really good Batmans and we've had some really bad ones.
Well, the key to Batman is that whether or not you can play Bruce Wayne. Anybody could be in a fucking suit. I mean, same with Superman, right? Like, I thought that Henry Cavill was great in it. I liked him from Man from U.N.C.L.E., but then the Brits were telling me, they're like, no, he was shit, which I didn't think so, but I've not seen the Man from U.N.C.L.E. stuff that they've seen. When we got the superhero movies, a lot of the characters that Marvel did, Chris Evans as Captain America, I liked it. I really liked it. When it comes to the Hulk, though,
was Chris Evans a better Captain America or Human Torch?
As for Bruce Banner, I liked Edward Norton. Out of the three that we've had movies, I liked Edward Norton the best.
Yeah. Ed Norton is the best, Bruce.
I mean, up till obviously the TV show, because that's what we started out with, with Ferrigno and Bill Bixby. But that's who he reminded me of, was Bill Bixby.
I think it's ridiculous the reason why they didn't call him Bruce Banner in the
show. Yeah,
David. They thought the name Bruce sounded gay.
Yep.
And you had Bruce Lee at the time.
Like, it was the 70s, right?
Yeah. It was like, you might want to rethink that.
Modern Cars said, yeah, Nano Reaver, I got you.
Hey, quit that.
But I mean, we could have great actors with great roles, especially when the scripts are right. I mean, that's the main thing. I felt that John Bernthal played a great Punisher. Like, his Punisher was spot on, and I liked him as Shane in Walking Dead.
I almost spoiled some. Thank God my filter worked, because you said something about John Bernthal, and I was like, oh, wait. Oh, wait.
You gotta stop. You're gonna make me say something.
Yeah,
he's looking at me, man. He's right there in the Punisher, that big Punisher I've got.
I thought Ray Stevenson's Punisher was really good.
Yeah.
He actually went through special forces training to learn how to properly handle
properly. Yeah.
Speaking of the Netflix the Netflix shows, what did you think about the Daredevil show?
I liked it.
You liked it?
I think I still need to watch the final season.
I haven't started it. I'll be honest.
I couldn't get through it, but I mean, I've seen parts of it.
I watched the Punisher one. I finished that one. And I watched Luke Cage and Iron Fist, and those are the only ones I watched.
No, I think I finished all of Daredevil. I didn't finish up Punisher.
I was lost when they all came together. I had no idea what was exactly going on.
That's because they fucked it up.
Yeah.
I really like the Punisher. I didn't care for Daredevil.
Well, season 2, Punisher, when the end of season 1, that dude's face was jacked up. And in season 2, he barely had a scar.
Well, I mean, he was just scarred up.
He still did, though. But he was wearing that mask throughout most of it, which was
weird. But
in the comics, does the Punisher ever get any powers? I'm curious.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, he's had different storylines. He's been undead. He's been a Frankenstein monster.
Had Iron Man armor.
He's 7th or 8th in line to get Captain America.
He actually was Captain America in the Ultimate Verse.
What's what I'm saying? He's 7th or 8th person to be.
Could you see him with the super serum?
Well, I mean, yeah, it'd be cool.
He was a literal Frankenstein's monster, and Morbius, Daken, Wolverine's son, killed the Punisher. And he was put back together as a Frankenstein's monster by Morbius.
I liked it when the Punisher, it may have been the Ghost Rider Punisher, stole Thanos as a baby and tried to raise him.
Yep, that's the Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Yeah. And he tried to save Thanos because he couldn't kill him as a baby. and Thanos grows up to be a Punisher, but he's like extreme Punisher. Too much of a Punisher.
Yeah.
Hey, podcasting dad.
Hey.
Oh, it's amazing. Justin, dude, like you have a link in your email. I would love to discuss what you just messaged me.
But I think that here's the problem with the Marvel shows. Daredevil was really good. Then you get to Iron Fist, which was like Roadhouse meets fucking E.T. And then by the time you get a decent storyline, then they ended it. Luke Cage, the first season was okay. Second one, but
Yeah,
I like the guy that played the character. But again, there's a lot of shit in there that didn't need to be in there. And Jessica Jones was just shit.
Justin, no, not everybody's seen the movie. Me and Tommy have. Don't drop anything in the
Hold on.
comment
Well,
section.
hold on. I'm going to end up bouncing because my throat's starting to kill me. So y'all can.
What I was hoping we could do is, Justin has a link in his email. If he wants to jump in, while you guys can bail, because I don't. Collector, do you care about spoilers?
Nah, I don't mind. I already know what happens at the end.
Yeah, because I mean we're getting close to 11 for me, and I'm really getting tired. Plus,
yeah, I imagine
so. At the beginning because my mouth's killing me. But I had a blast, everybody. Well, I'll wait until if he pops on, because I want to say hi to him.
Yeah.
But night, Greg. But yeah, I mean, I feel that the biggest problem was you get Daredevil, you get a kick-ass Kingpin, you get to see good martial arts, and then when you get the guy that's supposed to be the martial artist, I didn't really care for the actor, and the martial arts just sucked in that show. You just get the Defenders. They fucked it up, even though it was great to see Sigourney Weaver, which I still think she was the hottest in Ghostbusters, especially when she's floating above the bed. Giggity.
They messed up the hand. When they first introduced the hand as like the zombie ninjas, they were great.
Yep.
Then they got to be just like a bunch of old white dudes. It's like, what happened to all the badass ninjas?
Right. And the hatchet men and shit. Like I said, overall,
I guess they didn't want to have like the negative stereotype of
could be
little ninjas, Asian ninjas, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, overall, like I watched all of them, and at the time they were great, especially because it was something kind of new versus the movies. That's like I watched the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. stuff, and eventually it just kind of drug on, and you're like, but that was mainly because Coulson was in it.
Yeah. It's kind of like Legends of Tomorrow.
You mean Lesbians of Tomorrow?
Yeah, it seemed good, but then it just went to crap.
Because again, like I just said, like legitimately, politics got involved. The Flash was great. Arrow was great. Supergirl before it went to the CW was really good. And then all of a sudden, I think it was season 2, you get it where she's the world's first feminist Nazi or, whatever, super heroine. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? Because I watched all that shit, dude. I watched all of it. And like the last season of The Flash where his kid was there or dog was the last thing I'd seen of The Flash.
They didn't waste any time to go super political with Supergirl when it went to CW.
Yeah. But before that,
I didn't get a few episodes in on season 2. It's like, I'm out.
Yep. I mean, the crossover events
every
I watched.
episode of season 1. I even got used to the silly idea with the jock Jimmy Olsen.
Dude, I love Martian Manhunter, though.
I didn't mind the race swap. They made him a jock.
Yeah. Like, he was taller and bigger than Superman.
Yeah.
It was like, what the fuck, man? I haven't watched Lois and Clark at all, the new one. I watched the original, of course. But I watched all the CW shows, man, and I loved Arrow. I loved The Flash. To me, Grant Gustafson is a way better Flash than the fucking retard that was in the DC verse. I did enjoy Affleck as Batman, though. I did enjoy him as a Bruce Wayne, an older Bruce Wayne, headed towards Batman Beyond style. But I don't know, like the shows, a lot of them started off good, and then it's the same problem that we've had in Hollywood. Everything just went down that political thing, especially the Tomorrow one, Tommy, because that was kind of badass, right? Like you got a ship, and then there's time things that are getting fucked up. You got to go in and fix them.
Well, they got rid of. They made all the the strong badass male characters into like comic relief.
Yeah.
Heatwave became a complete joke.
Yo, I too.
What's up, dude?
I like Ben Affleck as Batman quite a lot.
Fuck yeah, loved it, man. I thought it was great.
You
Thought it was great, especially after Clooney, man. It's just like, come on.
Oh yeah, it couldn't really get much worse.
No, right? Exactly.
The bat nipples.
Uh huh. My bat card. Never leave the cave without it.
Spoiler-free opinion here. Spider-Man No Way Home is probably one of the best Marvel movies ever made. It has literally got everything you could want in a epic movie. It's, oh my God, it's a roller coaster of emotions.
Except for it's not a Marvel movie.
Well, it's a Sony associate.
I will be honest. I went in there thinking I was going to hate it. And I was watching like 10 minutes of it. I go, now, is this really good, or have we just been getting so much crap? It seems good. And then I watched the rest of it, and it was good.
I haven't got to see the Eternals of Shang-Chi yet. I think, however you say, I think that's the only
Shang on his knees.
Yeah, but they say the post-credit scene. I haven't watched it, but in Shang whatever, like they said that one's super crucial. Or either maybe it's the Eternals. One of them.
I've heard Shang-Chi's actually a decent movie.
Yeah,
I've watched half of it.
It's kind of like this, right?
Oh.
Like they put the Mandarin in this movie.
Well, when they start doing Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Magic Kung Fu, I was out.
Chickens and shit running around with no heads.
Well, somebody just using martial arts was able to like overpower a alien technology, the rings. It's like, no.
At the end of the day, it's like the TV shows, bro. Like I didn't care. I watched it. It was like, all right, whatever. Eternals, I had no plan on ever seeing, and I'm not gonna. This is the only movie, that I again have been looking forward to and can't wait to see.
I got like 10,000 comic books, and I don't have a single Eternals comic. That shows how much I care about the Eternals.
Right.
I've only got them when they cross over, like when they're in like Civil War II. Yeah. They play a big role in that, but other than that, I've never found them.
I've got with a few Eternals in it, like the Cersei was a part of the Avengers for a while, so in the 90s.
Yeah, that's my thing.
So are we ready to?
Shang-Chi, does he have powers?
Not in the comics. He was in the comics. He was just a ripoff of Bruce Lee. When the height of Bruce Lee's popularity, that's when they made Shang-Chi. He was always called Shang-Chi forever until they've gotten like the be politically correct. Now they want Shang-Chi.
Huh.
I just call him Shang on his knees, man. Fuck it. But on that note, I'm gonna bounce, people. It's been great, Justin. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
I'll see the movie, then I'll come back and rewatch this. But I will catch you tomorrow, Seth.
All right, man.
All right, guys. Tommy, take care. Collector.
You too, man.
Peace out, everybody.
Take care, Adam.
Peace out.
So before we get into any of this, is this something that you want to do live? Would we like to record? I mean, would you guys want to like stop and record this and then post it as a separate video?
We would, because then they would have to go so far. They'd have to go 2 hours and 13 minutes in to get to.
Well, also I was thinking I could record this off. Like I could start. I could go to another video, introduce myself, say this is an excerpt from our most recent show, and then play from here on.
Oh yeah, that could work.
Well, ask people in the chat. They won't care if we talk about it.
Oh, we're gonna spoil the crap out of this movie.
Yeah.
So if you don't like it, I should see them. You guys take a hike.
Yeah.
My brother
come back later.
My brother and I are already planning to go back and see it either Sunday or Monday.
I want to.
It's that good. I mean,
it's good.
It is like Marvel back on top. Like that was my thought as it was getting towards the end, was like, man, if like I really thought Marvel would never soar as high as they did with the Infinity War and Endgame wrap up. But
did your audience react and cheer?
No, our audience absolutely. I don't know if we can cuss. Can we cuss on here?
Yeah.
They absolutely fucking sucked, man. At certain points, I was like, oh, and literally was the only person clapping. And then like at one part, somebody like 3 rows back heard me clap, and they just kind of went, woo.
All right.
Like, this is the worst theater ever.
Before we jump into this, Collector, I would like for you to tell me what you think is gonna happen. Because Collector doesn't care about spoilers and hasn't seen the movie yet. So like,
Toby and Garfield show up.
Huh?
Toby and Garfield show up at the third act.
Tobey Maguire's gonna show up in the third act.
Toby and Garfield both in the third act.
Is that okay? What else? I mean,
Green Goblin kills May.
How do you know this?
Somebody's been reading.
Yeah, you've been reading the internet.
You are not predicting that accurately. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no way.
The weird roommate. Like, Peter moves everybody, all the villains into to rehabilitate them, and Green Goblin Norman snaps back into Green Goblin, kills May.
Man,
All right, so
what's the point even for you to go see the movie now?
Right, like there's no. Yeah, I wouldn't even worry about going to see it.
Man, all right. So
wait for it to come out on Disney Plus.
Yeah. Do you know about any other cameos besides Spider-Man and villains?
I haven't read that much into it, but spoil away.
Charlie Cox shows up as
oh my god, I lost my shit. I was like, it's motherfucking Daredevil. And then
I already knew that. He was the Peter's lawyer.
But check it out. We were just talking about the Punisher. If Charlie Cox showed up as Daredevil, the Punisher has to be John Bernthal.
Oh, well, no, Marvel. Yeah, I've read an article a little while back where Marvel said John Bernthal will 100% come back as the Punisher in some capacity. So they're already in talks, whether it be in a movie or shows again. But
and Charlie Cox has his powers too. His reflexes are faster than Peter's. What I heard.
Yeah.
You talking about Daredevils?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's got that sonar thing.
Well, there's a brick that flies through the window, and Charlie Cox just reaches up and grabs it.
And then,
so does nobody know he's Daredevil?
No.
Like none of the superheroes know that.
I mean, not in this universe.
He's a street level hero. He don't do the big.
But see,
well, he does now. Like he was involved in the big War of the Realms and all of that. Like he got that mystical sword. He's thrown down on some big scale stuff, but he is much more of a street level. Because, I mean, he doesn't have really super strength. At least not in the show, he doesn't. He's just got killer reflexes, and he can brawl.
And he's got enhanced agility and reflexes.
Yep. Oh, man. All right, so we just jumping into this?
Yeah, go right at it.
The only complaint I had, and it's not so much a complaint as just I both loved and was kind of let down at the same time, if that makes sense, on the way they brought them in. Like on one part, I kind of wanted them to just swing in, like,
right,
boom, like maybe something happens and you just see one land up on the top when they pull their mask off. Like I thought it'd be cool to like have a scene where you think it's just.
Well, they pretty well spoiled it anyway too. Like in the big fight scene on one of the trailers, they digitally removed Tom and. Garfield out of fight, but they show the lizard reacting to a punch when nobody's there.
Well, that was Andrew Garfield kicking him.
I actually heard a really cool theory, though. Someone before was saying that they thought that what was going to happen was that, and they were half right, but that Doc Ock and Green Goblin were going to team up. Was that you?
Yeah.
And that was Doc Ock, like, edited out, like the big, but it was only half right. Which I love Doc Ock in this movie too, man. He really came back awesomely.
Yeah. It was for me. It was a redemption story.
Oh, speaking of redemption, dude, when freaking Andrew Garfield got redemption.
Oh yeah, that like
saved MJ.
There was a couple times in this movie where I was like
so when she's falling
Allergies.
Toby don't save. Not Toby. Tom Holland don't save her, but Garfield
Yeah.
saves.
All right. So MJ falls. Michelle falls. Tom Holland lunges for is falling, and Green Goblin comes through and swipes him up. Well, Andrew Garfield sees it. He just lunges, catches her, and then lands, and then you just see him like overcome with emotion, like he's crying
that
he was able to save her.
Yeah. I did feel like Tobey Maguire's. Maybe it's just because he's gotten older. He was awesome, but I don't know, man.
He looked rough.
Yeah, he just felt a little boxy. You know what I'm saying? Like we know Tobey Maguire is a great actor. If you've ever
Toby felt like Big Brother.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's what he was going for. Is that seasoned? I mean, he's got to be
just
what?
Like everybody's big
46,
brother.
so he's like 2 years older than I am. So
he's 46. So I mean, I guess he was. I mean, they're all. I will say this. So I didn't like the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies, and I never necessarily thought it was because of him. But with that said, this movie shows me that Andrew Garfield can be a great Spider-Man if he's got good writing behind him.
he was always a good Spider-Man. He sucked as Peter.
Yeah,
he was too cool. He was hip kid. He was a cool kid. He wasn't a nerd.
Yep.
So
he was a hip skater kid.
Before Tom Holland, that's what people used to say was that Tobey Maguire was a better Peter Parker and Andrew Garfield was a better Spider-Man.
Yeah. Last night, me and Justin were talking on Facebook Messenger about how that there was some real life memes in the actual movie. You know, one we touched on earlier was I'm somewhat of a scientist myself.
Yeah, that cracked me up, man.
And then when they were in the school, now see, I could tell you this because you've already seen it. I wanted to talk about this so bad last night. In the school, Ned and MJ are like, "Hey, Peter," and all three of them look like, "What?" And then they all kind of was like
the actual
the
Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yes, dude. I saw on Facebook maybe like 2 weeks ago, and it said, if this meme isn't reenacted in Spider-Man No Way Home, we riot.
Riots will be happening today. No riots today.
I was so happy.
I just can't say enough good things about the movie, man. It was just top to bottom. I mean, like I said, man, it makes you cry multiple times. It got me kind of choked up. It's got some great action. It's got some great twists and turns. The post-credit scene, the first one, oh my God. I mean, like we see where Spider-Man's story is going now.
Now, question for you. And
right.
me and Seth talked about this earlier. Do you think they should stop now?
No, absolutely not.
Well, no, hold up. Tommy, clarify, because I like now that we can get into spoilers. We couldn't touch base on this.
Yeah.
Are you meaning more of like Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield?
No, I'm just talking about continuing Tom Holland's Spider-Man story.
Oh, what are you talking about, Tommy?
I'm talking about. I feel like it was a good closure for Spider-Man. Like still having, but don't do another Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, there was 3 of them, dude.
All 3.
No, why would you do that? And then on top of that, the very end, again, spoilers, but the first post-credit scene shows that we're going to get into the like actual Tom Holland's going to go through the symbiote suit and all of that. I mean, and he's actually ended this one with like the real Spider-Man suit, like the most true to comic Spider-Man suit that's ever been put on screen.
I don't
Tommy,
feel
like
there's no more I just feel like there's no more up for him. Like I feel like they're gonna try too hard to top this movie, and they're gonna destroy it.
Tommy, he's at rock bottom.
Spider-Man came out in 1962.
Tommy, Spider-Man's at rock bottom right now, right at this moment. At
and
the end of this movie.
If they stop it now, they're just going to reboot it later. So they might as well keep it going with the characters we like. And the thing is, there's still Spider-Man has so much story to tell. There's still his experience with the symbiote suit. I know that you're going to end up getting Eddie Brock back into his universe, which would be
so. I may have missed something, but I swear I watched a trailer where the Rhino came out.
He's probably looking
right.
at you. Sure want
Hold
to
up.
listen.
All right. So when all that stuff at the very end was going on, and you could see that the people were starting to break through.
Oh yeah.
One of those designs was the Rhino. Like you could see outlines of figures.
I mean, I saw a trailer, and I swear it was a full body metal Rhino.
That was the end of. That was the end of the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was old. But also one of the people that were trying to come through was Kraven the Hunter.
Yeah, and see that's something none of the other movies have touched on, and Kraven would be a great enemy to bring in.
Kraven's a dark character too. He ends up killing himself in the comics.
Yeah. This is what I think. If they do make another one, this time put Venom, Deadpool, and Spider-Man in the same movie.
No Deadpool.
No?
You don't want Deadpool.
But
now, why is it y'all don't want Deadpool?
He's just too much jokes, too much funny. I want serious.
See, I want a mix of it because that's what the comics are, man. Like the Spider-Man Daredevil, I mean the Spider-Man Deadpool comics, they had a series back like 5-6 years ago, ran together. That was actually good. Like it was comical. I would like to see Deadpool in the movie more in the role that like Doctor Strange had in this movie. Like I wouldn't want him to be a main star, but like I think it'd be awesome to have him on there a little bit.
You know, I've always said if they bring Deadpool over, he wouldn't be able to cuss as much. But I think what would be hilarious.
What happened with Let There Be Carnage? They made a PG-13.
What I think would be hilarious is for Deadpool to just speak everything like the way that he wants to, and when he cuss, it actually beeps like Justin's soundboard. Beep.
Yeah.
Well, I had said back when this was years ago, I had said it'd be cool because Doctor Strange could be annoyed by his language, so he just casts a quick little spell on him, and every time he drops an F-bomb or something severe, it's just like a random sound effect. He'd be like, "Are you censoring me right now?"
But see, like, because Deadpool's the only one that really breaks the fourth wall, and when you hear the beep from like the censoring, Deadpool would just go crazy like, why in the world is that noise? What in the heck is that?
I think that
nobody else can hear it.
I think it'd be cooler to have Spider-Man cameo in a Deadpool movie more than to have Deadpool in a Spider-Man movie. Then you could keep your Spider-Man movie serious, but then you could get Spider-Man and Deadpool together because
you can joke around about which Spider-Man are you? Are you Toby? Are you Garfield? Are you Holland?
So I mean, it'd be
say
cool
the actors' names instead of the actual.
Yeah. Now I do want to see Venom in the next one. I mean, I really want that to be. That was a big part of my childhood, the '90s cartoon.
I don't think we're ready for Venom next.
I think we are.
No. You know what I think we're ready for next? I think we're ready for that symbiote to find Tom Holland.
I'm excited.
And we spend the entire movie of him being just dark and mean.
Well, I wonder if they're going to have their own instead of having
face off against Bully McGuire.
Instead of having what's his name? Tom. Who plays Venom?
Hardy.
Tom. I wonder if they're going to have their own version instead of Tom Hardy being in the Spider-Man movies. I wonder if they're going to have their own version of Eddie Brock, and it's going to play out like it does in the comic. Like the symbiote's going to get on Peter Parker, and then it's going to get to his own Eddie Brock.
But see, I think if they're going to do anything with the symbiote, I think the next movie should be him acquiring the symbiote and then spending the movie like even if they do a 2-part, but do the first movie, it needs to be a dark story.
You don't want no pelvic thrusts.
No.
So
and then maybe in the movie with him like at the clock tower.
I'm just ready. However they do it, whether it be one movie or 3 movies from now, I'm ready for Venom in the Spider-Man movies. Because like growing up in the '90s with the Spider-Man cartoons, Venom was like that guy
everywhere. Yeah, it was everywhere.
Man, hey, you know what? Then they'll split the multiverse open again, and Topher, whatever his name is.
Oh no, let him stay. Let him stay in his own universe. I like Topher Grace as an actor.
Grace, that's right.
But I do not like. I mean, I don't understand. Like Sam Raimi did so good with the first two. I mean, I still think Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire is one of the best superhero movies of all time. But I don't understand in the third one why, when it come to casting, he was like, "Yeah, Topher Grace would be a great."
It wasn't Sam Raimi.
Who was it?
It was Avi Arad.
Oh, so Sam Raimi didn't do the third one?
No, Sam Raimi did do the third one, but the executive producer was Avi Arad, and Avi had such a boner for Venom that Venom wasn't even supposed to be a part of that movie. And Venom showed up because Avi Arad made it be. That's why the movie feels so discombobulated, is because Sam Raimi had a vision and Avi Arad came in there and threw Venom in on it.
Because I know Sam Raimi's next originally he wanted to do a fourth one, and that one was going to have Carnage.
Yeah.
Because I remember that being talked about when I was like in my late teens, early 20s, like him talking about bringing Carnage into the next one. But that was before the third one even came out. And then
so I got an opinion to ask y'all. What did y'all feel when y'all saw him about to kill the Green Goblin and get stopped?
That's not an opinion, that's a question.
I knew that was going to happen.
Like, did you see it happening? And like, my heart dropped. I was like, "Oh, is he actually going to kill somebody?"
Nah, that for me at least, that part felt predictable. Like I knew somebody. I figured it was going to be Tobey Maguire, but I knew he won't go actually kill him.
He said, "I've been stabbed before."
Yeah, he's like, "You're in a lot of pain, aren't you?" Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was great, man. The dynamic between Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield was really good too.
Though. Oh, yeah, because he just turned around and was like, "Hey, you're amazing.
Yeah.
You are amazing."
The Amazing Spider-Man.
That I know, but it was also playing in because everybody talked so much crap about the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. That's why he felt so down and bad about it.
Oh yeah, because he was like, what did he say? Something to the effect of like, "I just suck compared to y'all," because Tom Holland was talking about fighting in space, and then Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire had all this cool stuff, and he's like, "I fought a guy in a big metal rhino suit."
Yeah,
I suck compared to y'all.
Yeah.
No,
He said, "What's the
redeemed himself.
All the Avengers? That's cool. What's the Avengers?"
Yeah,
I was kind of bummed at that though. I was just hoping at least because they did reference Doctor Strange in the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie, so I was kind of bummed at that because I thought it'd be cool if it was like they still existed. Maybe he just wasn't a part of them. As you know what I mean? I don't know. I kind of wanted them to exist in Tobey Maguire.
Well, I imagine there is a Tony Stark.
Yeah, it's gotta be because he's in. I don't see how he couldn't be.
But man, and I was telling my little brother on the way to the movie, I said, I'm sure some comic did it at some point. I remember one moment in time, Aunt May was dying or something, but then she didn't. But in
the comics, they did really stupid.
I've got what you're talking about right there. I've got those two. It's One Moment in Time and One More Day or whatever it's called.
They did a really touching storyline where Aunt May was dying. On her deathbed, she told Peter, "I've known all along that you're Spider-Man." And she passes away. It was a touching moment. Great storyline. Then they screwed it all up. Said, "Oh, that wasn't Aunt May. Norman Osborn hired an actress and had plastic surgery." And
yeah. I
think if somebody replaced a family member, even with plastic surgery, I want to know that's not my family member.
I was telling my brother, I was like, the only time I've seen Aunt May die in my time with Spider-Man is in the video game, And then I was like, I couldn't believe the video game did that. And then that in this movie, and I'm like, oh, what the shit? My brother's like, "You read spoilers?" I was like, no, I didn't. I did not expect them to kill off Marissa Tomei.
Oh yeah, hot Aunt May.
I was not expecting that at all.
So when they were kind of talking about MJ or their prospective girlfriends and whatnot, did you catch when Tobey Maguire was saying that like it was complicated?
Yeah,
So I heard some speculation that was it Spider-Man Reign where MJ got killed?
I thought he had said they made it. Was he cooking something?
I don't know.
Sounds like he's going to the John.
Tommy sounds like he's
Getting
dropping
ice.
dishes.
I thought he said something about they worked it out.
Oh, see, I've been trying to listen to stuff because like nobody I could talk to about it today.
Yeah, I might be wrong, but I thought he had said something like, talking about it being hard, and he was like, "But we worked it out."
Yeah, he said that.
Complicated or something.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I thought he was just talking about. Be honest, I thought he was just talking about how different that Mary Jane is from his Mary Jane, because this Mary Jane is like a mixed girl, and his Mary Jane is a pasty white redhead.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, see, I was just thinking because like somebody took the speculation out of it and was just saying about complicated could have, and he was kind of down about it that they were like the Spider-Man Reign comic book where MJ died because of radioactive jizz.
Yep, his radio. I forgot all about that. Yeah, she did, didn't she? She got cancer from his.
Yeah, and I was thinking maybe he's referring to the part where he gave her cancer.
I told my brother too when they all were together. I leaned over and told my brother. I said, I really hope they speculate on his organic webbing. Like, I really hope they do.
Yeah,
they did. I was like, yes, because that was.
When they first saw each other, and he realized that they both just attack each other.
Yeah, that was great. Andrew Garfield's entrance was freaking hilarious though. When she's like, prove you're Spider-Man. He does like the hanging from the ceiling. She's like, anybody could do that. Crawl on it. He's like, I'm not gonna crawl on the ceiling. And then she's like, she asked, did you get that cobweb in the corner while you're up there? That was great.
My abuela was wondering if you would get that cobweb while you're up there.
No, Andrew Garfield definitely redeemed himself in my eyes as a Spider-Man. He needs better written stories, but he does a really good job. I really enjoyed it. I thought him and Toby's dynamic was great.
Yeah. So Tommy during the show asked the question about, do you want to see more? I thought that he was meaning along the lines of like Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire.
It was kind of a mixture of both. Do y'all want to see more of that?
I want to see where Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are in life.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is I'm a fan of all of them, so I'm not going to complain if they give me a glimpse into it. Yeah, no, I think it would be cool to have them pop in every now and again, like Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. It'd be great to see one of the alternate Peters swing in and be like, "Oh, we're doing this again." Be like,
I would love to see another movie with Tobey Maguire as an older Spider-Man.
Oh, I wish.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna tell you what. Did you ever read a Day in the Life of a collector? Is that what it was called? Spider-Man. It was basically where he aged appropriately with the decades.
I think I've heard of it. I haven't read it, but I heard about it.
I'm gonna tell you what. That's one of the times where like a comic will make you cry, man. Oh my god, it just has a beautiful ending. Because by the end of it, it's 2020, and Spider-Man's like, an old man, and like it incorporates all of the other characters in different ways, and it's just, oh my god, it's beautiful. Like. Oh, it's
one thing they could actually do too, with the Tobey Maguire, since he actually has a Mary Jane, they could do the Mayday Parker.
Yeah, they could do the radioactive jizz. I just want to hear him say that. Well, how did she die? My sperm.
Did you see the
sperm?
Did you see this? Like, that's hilarious.
No shit. I've thoroughly enjoyed all of the Spider-Man movies, though.
I didn't care much for Homecoming.
The first one, I didn't watch it in the theaters. I had I just never felt that Tom Holland was a good Spider-Man.
What?
It took me 2 tries to watch the first one.
See, I think he's.
I only got through the second one on one sitting because I went with my nephews and my sister to see the second one in the theater.
Oh, I think I love Tom Holland as Spider-Man. See, I've loved him from the get-go. Most hardcore Spider-Man fans, like, he's always been my favorite. He's the one comic like I followed. And it's like most of the time that means that people are super critical, but like I'm the opposite. Like I just get so excited for something Spider-Man. Like I give it passes, I guess.
Now, why don't they have Stan Lee? Like usually they have a reference to Stan Lee. Did y'all see it in this one?
I was wondering about that. I didn't see it.
I didn't see it, and usually they do, even if it's just a picture on the wall.
Somebody on my Facebook page had posted, if you spoil Spider-Man, it said, spoil Spider-Man below for a chance to meet Stan Lee.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
But I don't know, like, did we see him in Endgame?
Yes.
Yes.
In Endgame, when Cap and Tony go back to the 70s and they're outside that military base.
Yep.
Stan Lee rolls up in like a CUDA and like doing a burnout. Was like, make love, not war.
Yep. Now, did we see him in Far From Home? Or what was it? The second Spider-Man?
I think.
I don't know. Oh, side note, completely unrelated, just in terms of epic. Have y'all seen that? Have y'all seen Inception? I mean, not Inception. Have y'all seen Interstellar?
Yes.
All right, you know the main theme song to that?
No.
Spider-Man.
Well, if you get a chance, you should Google Interstellar rock version. This guy made a rock. I mean, it is absolutely epic, man. Like, oh my God, it's awesome. I've been listening to it on repeat. It is incredible. Just for people who like epic stuff. Interstellar was really good. You just got to really watch it.
They should have done a little clip of all three of them swinging through the city during daytime.
Well, they couldn't.
Specific.
I don't know, because like you see, each movie has it to where they're swinging through the city during the daytime.
Well, the final swing, yeah.
Yeah, they should have done that.
Well, he got it. He got the final swing, but they had to go home.
I'm kind of stoked. I mean, and I loved it while it was there, but I'm kind of stoked that the age of the Stark spider suit is kind of closed, and we're going back to more, like a homemade, costume that did good. Yeah, I like that. I think it's been cool and it's been great, but I'm glad to get away from like a high tech Spider-Man and back to kind of just what we're used to for Spider-Man.
Yeah. I never have been a fan of the Iron Man Jr. Spider-Man should stand up on his own. He shouldn't need Tony Stark to prop him up.
So, do you think anything's going to come of what's his name being able to do magic?
Yes.
Yes.
I was kind of hoping that he would fall, maybe get hurt, and get mad at Peter and become the Hobgoblin.
A lot of folks were saying he was going to become the Hobgoblin in this. But yeah, I definitely think, yeah.
Okay, what's the end credit scenes? I didn't get to watch that.
There.
Tom Hardy is sitting at the bar asking questions about Thanos and Tony Stark, and like he can't believe that there's an alien looking for stones. It's pretty good.
It was good. And then as he gets pulled back, you get this little
excuse me. Bless you.
Little clip of some symbiote left over.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting.
He was like, "We are drunk. We should go skinny dipping."
Yeah, we should not go skinny dipping. Yeah, I like. I thought the first Venom was okay. I like the second Venom. I had one gripe with it, but other than that,
I just bought it today.
I like it.
I was watching it when somebody sent me a message like, "I sent you a link to get into the stream." I was like, "Okay."
Well, why didn't you check your dang email?
Because
Sorry, Mom.
got other stuff to do. So the email.
Well, poo on you.
God, I just, man, I love it so much.
It was so good. I was so aggravated because, like, the whole way home, like, I was trying to ask my wife questions, and she was like, I don't know. Like, it's a movie.
Yeah, she's like, I don't follow it the way that you do.
I'm like, oh my God.
I've been saying for years I wanted to do to get the whole Marvel collection, and I just had never started on it. Like, I got a few here and there, but I really do want to get, and it'd be dope because now the Venoms need to be need to be included, and like, oh man, I just like put all of them together now.
I've got a good chunk of them, but after Endgame, like, it really just took the wind out of my sails.
Oh yeah, I think that. Well, COVID had a lot to do too, but I think they also knew. Like, you didn't like Endgame?
No, I didn't like Endgame.
I liked it until the Hulk didn't show up. I mean, the real Hulk. The Hulk I wanted.
They had a perfect opportunity for him to go berserk when he found out Black Widow died.
Yeah.
Really hulked out.
All right, I'll sit over here as the only in-game fan.
What? I mean,
the problem with in-game, it was enjoyable watching the first time. When you start analyzing it, it destroys the entire MCU.
I walked out of that movie mad. I couldn't even get through it like the first time happy.
Did you like Infinity War?
Yes.
I didn't.
Oh my God, y'all are some hard people to please. I'm gonna tell you what. I have heard more. I ain't like that. I ain't like this. I don't like that.
Well, Infinity War felt like a different movie compared to Endgame.
I think they wanted them to be very different movies, though. That was kind of what they were going for.
I like Infinity War, except for them bitching out the Hulk.
Yeah, they lied to me though.
That was my biggest beef with Infinity War was the Hulk. Like, I thought that whole plot line was stupid and unnecessary, unless their point was that, I mean, obviously the Hulk couldn't beat Thanos one-on-one, but unless their argument was like, if the Hulk was out in full force, it wouldn't have been near as much of a challenge for them. But then again,
the entire thing was set up, like, even the beginning of Infinity War, nerf all the big heavy hitters.
Mm-hmm.
They killed a bunch of Asgardians, who were even street level as regular civilian Asgardians are stronger than humans. There's upper class ones like Thor, of course, and the other warriors, elite warriors. But in a fight, I'd rather have Asgardians than Wakandans.
Yeah.
If I was going to pick my army, I'd rather have Asgardians.
Rather have gods than people.
Yes.
No, I the Hulk not coming out at all was.
Then you had to nerf the Hulk. Then in Endgame, nerf Thor. Nerf both Thor and Hulk. And
that Thor was my biggest beef with Endgame. Like, it was funny at first, like, cool, whatever. But at some point, I wanted him to take his hammer and put it in the sky and just whip back into shape real quick or something. I was not a fan that he went into the final battle.
He should be able to get fat.
Yeah, I didn't like that he went into the final battle.
Guardian.
Looking like the Big Lebowski. I just wasn't a big fan of that.
No.
Man, but I'm going to tell you what. I lost my absolute shit when Cap got that hammer. Oh my God, Thor!
He did that ever since Age of Ultron, because he did move the hammer a little bit in Age of Ultron.
Oh yeah. Well, they said that, the writers had said that he knew he could pick it up. That's how Cap is. Like, he didn't want to hurt Thor's pride. And it won't really nothing to gain from picking it up other than to boast. So it won't no point of doing it.
So last night I was standing out in front of the theater and I messaged Justin on Facebook and I was like, as hard as I am to please, and I'm telling you this is good.
I'll tell you what, y'all are I would hate if I ever achieve my dream of getting something written and out there and it gets adapted to film. You are not allowed. None of y'all are allowed to watch. I will make sure that it's somehow banned from your homes. Your names are banned from the theaters. You will not see it.
Well, let me ask you this, Justin.
I enjoyed Endgame at the time, but once you start analyzing the entire movie, it breaks everything.
See, I felt that way about the Ninja Turtles. I went to see the first one, and I was at the beach, and I was a little younger, and I was not in my normal state of mind, if you know what I'm saying. Not going to get into details here, but I was on clouds when I went to see it, and I'm like, oh man, this is great. And then I got home and bought it and put it in, and like 20 minutes into it, I was like, what the fuck is this?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Hulks.
It was absolute garbage. But Endgame, man, that whole time travel thing makes no fucking sense. But I still just absolutely love the movie.
Well,
once they introduce time travel, it ruins a movie. It's very hard to do.
Yeah. The only one that was
the entire. Well, it's like, we got to go all these points where all the stones are replaced. Just time travel back before Thanos destroys the stones. He's in a weakened condition. You could pick them all right then.
Well, and on top of that, the easiest way to have done it, Doctor Strange, I mean, seriously, people joke about it, but it would have been easy. Like when they had his hand held out, why didn't he just open a portal and then cut his freaking hand off?
Yeah.
Problem solved.
Or when Star-Lord's screwing up, reverse time.
Oh, yeah. Just
he could have set the same spell up he did when he defeated Domaru, who was a bigger threat than Thanos.
Yeah.
In Doctor Strange 1, he could have set the same reset spell until they got it right.
Well, if he could see the future, though, and everything like he was doing, he should have just poofed Star-Lord away. Just get rid of him for a little bit while they do it.
Well, they're setting up Star-Lord screwing up makes them win.
Yeah, like he knew what had to happen. He knew they were going to lose that battle. He knew that they were going to be poofed away. Like he knew all of that had to play out in order to beat Thanos.
But all of that changes if Stormbreaker had made contact with the head.
Or it all would have changed if that rat didn't reactivate the machine in Ant-Man's vein.
Rat.
He's the true hero of an Endgame.
Yeah.
Yeah,
random rat walking across and clicking a switch.
Yeah.
We
are venturing off Spider-Man, so is this a good place? Do you guys have anything else you want to say about Spider-Man?
Go see it.
Yeah,
now.
go see it. It's so good.
Collector, I know you've read all on it and everything, and you know it. Just still go see it. It's good.
I will.
I'm very interested to see what Monday morning money-wise.
Oh, yeah. They said it's already shattering records.
Good.
It should, man. It's a solid.
If they didn't put Tom Holland and Garfield in it, people would have been pissed.
Especially Tom Holland.
Well, they kind of ruined it for me when they Marvel posted this big thing. Don't spoil Spider-Man like that.
They could have left Tom Holland out of it. I've been fine.
That right there told me that that they were going to be in it, because it's like, well, if they're not in it, then there's nothing to really spoil. But it's when they did that, I was like, all right, they're probably going to be in it.
Oh, when it leaked out those pictures of them in there, they try to say, "Oh, those are all fake."
Yep.
No,
they're together on set with a green screen. I don't think.
It's a deep fake. No.
John Campia was on a show like, if you look at Tobey Maguire's dick. He's like, I can't believe I'm going to say this.
Spider dick. I killed her with my spider sperms.
Like if they were more secretive about
probably
the
correct
story.
Spider-Man.
In today's day and age, though, man, it's just almost impossible to keep something under wraps. I mean, you got so many crew on the, I mean, and I mean, they get, a lot of times too, they get paid for some of these leaks. So, I mean, of course, it's in the day of the internet, it's really hard. I kind of feel bad for movie makers that want to surprise you and have these cool twists you never see coming, and they don't ever get a chance to, because the second they announced this No Way Home, it was like, they're all three going to be in it. And it was just in your head.
Yeah.
Imagine if we had no idea. Imagine if this was like back in the 90s or the early 2000s. And, that nobody, just imagine the surprise you would have had if.
Dude, I would have had
blew
a
your
stroke
freaking
in the
mind.
movie theater.
Oh, it would have blew your mind, but we already were expecting it.
God, dude. Oh, my God. My wife was like, what is wrong with you?
No, what would have been amazing though is them all coming together at the when they met each other. Instead of being the way they were, they all three started fighting each other.
Well, they kind of did that with the
No, I'm talking like a full blown fight.
Why would they want to fight each other? They're all wearing Spider-Man suits.
You have to set up a situation where maybe one of them, like maybe where Tom Holland's had to fight a clone of himself. I mean, it makes sense that he would attack.
Well, that's what the original meme came from, like with the pointing type thing, with the Ben Reilly Spider-Man and all that stuff, because he had a Spider-Man fought a clone of himself.
Yep, now he's what, the Scarlet Spider?
No, that's a different one. They stabilized Kane.
I thought Ben Reilly was the Scarlet Spider.
Well, it's very convoluted. There is a Scarlet Spider now too.
Because I know it was like, I remember that storyline arc when I was a kid, when it was like Peter was a clone of the Ben Reilly's the real one, and then it's like, no, actually Ben Reilly is the clone after all, and then Ben Reilly goes off to do his own thing with that.
Actually, they killed off Ben Reilly in that storyline, which made no sense because he dissolved. Stable clones they showed die like regular humans, and he was supposed to be a stable clone. So it's always in the back of everybody's minds, like, well, that shouldn't have happened if he was a stable clone. He shouldn't have dissolved. But
then it comes
later
back,
on, before they brought him back, Kane, the older, unstable clone of Spider-Man that would basically rip faces off with using the spider thing and burn their faces. The mark of Kane.
I've never heard of these people.
Him. He looked like a Peter Parker when they stabilized him, but he had a beard. And they gave him the tech suit that he used when he was part of the Fantastic Four, and he became Scarlet Spider. And recently they brought back Ben Reilly, and I think he's Scarlet Spider now as well. I don't know exactly how they brought back Ben Reilly.
Because you had that whole thing in the 90s cartoon. You had the Scarlet Spider with the red suit and the jean jacket and all of that crap. I wasn't really fond of it. He had little wrist web shooter things. The little bracelets.
I know you can buy the web shooters now that it shoots like a string out with magnets, and it's very popular right now.
When I was a kid, it was just silly string.
Yeah. I think these things shoot like 10 feet, and if you hit something metal, you can pull it towards you.
I'm gonna sit back and pop magnets off the refrigerator.
Yep.
I'm Spider-Man, bitch.
All right, guys. I think that's good. I'm tired.
Yes.
Target kind of spoiled something for the Doctor Strange. The Marvel Legends team. They got call it Defenders Doctor Strange. Pull it up here. I'll send it to you.
Is that part of the movie?
It's apparently going to be part of the movie.
Oh, all right. Well, you can pull it up. We'll talk about it. We can talk about it off air. Check out all of our links. They're down below. Go check out Justin and CollectorExpress. They have bigger channels than me.
Oh, stop.
Not a long shot. Like into the thousands. So go check them out. And as always, don't forget.
Donald Trump
Get
don't
Nick.
trust China. China is asshole.